This is an emergency interruption from the Hot Toys Wizard. And unless you're just a freaking moron, you can clearly see that I have not morphed into the appearance this time of Julia Roberts. Rather, I have taken the appearance of Clone Trooper TK Bobo. That's right, Clone Trooper TK Bobo. And you have to wonder, will Hot Toys officially announce Clone Trooper TK Bobo? How about Clone Trooper TK NRD? How about Clone Trooper TK There's Too Many? How about Clone Trooper TK Where's My Wallet? How about Clone Trooper TK I Need More Money? How about Clone Trooper TK I Need Another Credit Card? How about Clone Trooper TK I Need 3 jobs? And I say, yes, will it be 1 clone, 2 clones, 3 clones, 4 clones, 5 clones, 6 clones, 7 clones, 8 clones, 9 clones, 10 clones, 11 clones, 12 clones? Are you kidding me? It's too many, and there's a storm. Maybe 13, maybe 14, maybe 15, maybe 16. Outrageous! I don't always like offering out, but when I do, I buy from Aries at 6 scale cantina, but I add my own wizard sugar. Take it easy.
And I think it's Monday night. And can you smell what the Hot Toys Wizard is cooking? Because what you gonna do when the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, goes Monday Night Raw on you? What you gonna do? Sideshow Con, so many of you coming from Sideshow Con, which is gonna lead right into San Diego Comic-Con. And is it possible that that leads into the second wave of thrills for the Attack of the Clones from Hot Toys for Star Wars? Does the end of Sideshow Con or San Diego Comic-Con spell Darth Vader? Or does it spell Mace Windu? Or possibly another hello there? You do have to wonder. We've got so much coming down the pike. And let me tell you something, brothers. And let me tell you something, sisters. It is a Boba Fett explosion in the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. Arena Fett, animated Fett, blow bubbles Boba Fett. Any Boba Fett is absolutely just crazy. We're going to dive into that. I'm feeling a little froggy. Does that mean the frog lady's coming? I don't know, but this is Jawa, off-world Jawa egg juice. I'm feeling a little pumped up because it's been a few weeks since I'm back on my time slot here on a Friday night. Let's go ahead and dive into all this on this epic show, on this epic night, at this epic time to be a Star Wars fan and collect Hot Toys. Let's dive into it right now! Welcome to another episode of the Market Value Chart Show right here at 6 Scale Cantina. And just in case you don't know just who I am the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, and I will be serving up all the hot toys, Star Wars talk right here at 6 Scale Cantina. And man, oh man, wow, it is July 18th. We're coming towards the end of Sideshow Con, the Summer Showcase Sideshow Con. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at everything that you got. Not only for Star Wars, you got the amazing Spider-Man Andrew Garfield head sculpt. You got the 1973 Hugh Jackman Wolverine. You got a crazy diorama base that looks sick from the Lizard. And you have to wonder, is that N1 Starfighter for real? Is it flex? Did I possibly hear a rumor that it's maybe actually going to go up on a pre-order or something to that effect? Where's Darth Vader? Because you know Darth Vader is looming right around the corner. And like TK Phobos said about clones, will it be 1 Vader, 2 Vaders, 3 Vaders, 4 Vaders, 5 Vaders? Is it possible? Man, oh man. And how about the arena suit Boba Fett? Will that come back? I sure as heck hope so. Because right now, that figure is like in a race with the animated Boba Fett. And it is a Boba Fett explosion here in the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. And I don't even know if OG Fan, when Star Wars was just Star Wars, is in here. And thank you so much, William Cote, for becoming a YouTube member. Now William Cote is an official Cantina Insider. You get to see the Dark Jedi go berserk on the Cantina membership videos. But for OG Fan, talking about Boba Fett explosion, let me fill you up first. If you're even in here, baby.
I'm Boba Fett. I'm here to see the mayor.
Boba Fett. Do you have an appointment?
I am Boba Fett, and he's not here to see the mayor. He's here to see the money inside your wallet. Where is the 808 Michigan Jedi with the Wallet Protection Services, WPS? Goodness gracious, I think that's what he called it. I think we're going to have to start that. Man, oh man, oh man. And who else is in here today? William Cote, thank you very much again, coming in there as a Cantina Insider. Much appreciate that. And the OG Fan is in here. LOL. Thanks, Aries. You know I'm here. I may have had a hunch. I may have felt the force. How you like my electrocuted hair? Listen, we're going old style. Just like the mug. Just like the mug, baby. Yeah, yeah. Is it possible? Did you know it says you have to wonder on the other side of this damn thing? You can get it at 6scalecantina.com. Enough about that. Single songwriter goes, I want that appointment guy, Hot Toys. I would actually buy that. I would buy that songwriter just to set up that scene. I am Boba Fett. You have an appointment? Who asked Boba Fett for an appointment? Charlie the Unicorn's in the house. What is up? WPS Wallet Protection Services is on the case. Give us a call with Charlie the Unicorn, one of the detectives, maybe working with TK Fobo. Is TK Fobo your partner? And look, we got the big Bretta, my good friend Joao in the house. Joao, what is going on? Joao gives me all the juicy news on how the little guy at Table 5 at 88 is taking everyone in Asia by storm and on a ride, baby. Good to have Big Bretta here in the house. Make sure you subscribe to Big Bretta. Goodness gracious. High Time Collectibles. What is up, my friend? Loving the show. Do you think Hot Toys will ever make the prototype Boba Fett? Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting a phone call from the Hot Toys Wizard. Wizard, you are the Hot Toys Wizard. Well, you sound just like Tamora Morrison. Didn't you just interrupt the show as TK FOMO? How fast can you morph into someone else? I mean, really? Do you got to change your outfits? No, it's just magic, so you actually don't have to change. You want me to tell High Time Collectibles what? that the prototype Boba Fett is coming faster than the speed of light, and to look towards the stroke of midnight sometime soon for the prototype Boba Fett. Listen, I got what? Wizard! The wizard hung up, but there you go. High Time Collectibles. You just heard from the Dark Jedi who just spoke with the Hot Toys wizard, who's somehow able to go into TK FOMO and change that quick into Tamora Morrison. I don't know how it works, but there you go. The prototype Boba Fett, according to the Hot Toys wizard, a lock, baby. Lock it, load it, get your off-world Jawa egg juice in hand. Let's go. I'm in rare form tonight, baby. Come on. And right here, Charlie the Unicorn says, in all honesty, the prototype Boba Fett would be insanely hot. Listen, I'm going to get into that. Boba Fett is insanely hot. I can't even believe how well that freaking Boba Fett from the book of Boba Fett, which I honestly really thought was not going to break 16. Wow. Boba Fett. I am Boba Fett. Must have all Boba Fetts. Insane ones in the house. Salt and pepper. Boba Fett's locked. I heard it. Star Killer. Definitely would love to see Hot Toys make a white prototype Boba Fett. You know something, Star Killer? That freaking Sideshow one in the secondary market is off the charts. So, really, they got to do it. And believe me, Hot Toys, Howard Chan is paying attention to this, to this, this arena suit, Boba Fett from the comic series. Paid attention to the animated Boba Fett. Paid attention. Those are in the dark times, too. During the vintage color Boba Fett. Kind of right there as well, almost, just about. Pretty much. Man, oh man. The single songwriter is in the house. Single songwriter. You have to wonder, single songwriter. He knows I'm going to do it. He knows I'm going to do it to him. Is this what they call you?
They call him the Wizard.
Good to have him in here for sure. I'm trying to go through all the chats, so keep it going in here. MB Dyson, what's up, buddy? Good to have you in here for sure. Welcome to Six Gale Cantina. Welcome to the Market Show Live, everybody. Commander Gree, a friend of TK FOMO. Look, it looks like we found TK FOMO. Emergency interruption right at the start of the program. We already got 70 in here. Let's smash the like button, baby. Starkiller goes, I am Boba Fett. No, I don't have a damn appointment. That was just so funny. I love that Favreau Filoni wrote that in. I'll be honest with you. Tully's in here. Congratulations on your sideshow win. Oh, did you really? Did you win, MB Dyson? I think that's worthy. Even though we don't have a drop or a super for this. Good on you, buddy. Good on you. I never win anything, so that I give up. I never try and win any of those things. William Cote cancels membership. Well, it was good while it lasted, my friend. I'll still serve you up. Oh, my goodness gracious. Continuing to go up. The Hot Toys Nightmare. I love that name. Good to have the Hot Toys Nightmare in here. What is going on, my friend? Welcome inside the cantina for sure. Valiant Archer, what is up? Happy Monday going. Fill them up, spill it. I got you right here. Where are you sitting, Valiant Archer? I'm going to have to take a guess. I also got the Spotchka. I've got all kinds of stuff. I got the cans of whoop ass, too. You must be sitting at table. Drop it. Spill it. Because I think we're going to get some of that here coming up here. Maybe tonight? What do you guys think about tonight? Goodness gracious. Blue Tattoo. What is up? Welcome in here. Chai Towns. Collector's Closet. Coffee, baby. Here you go. Got the coffee, too. 71 in here. Smash the like button. Looks just like me. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? I mean, really, who is it? Continuing to go up over here and looking at some of these comments. My goodness, there's so many. Puerto Rican Sith Lord. Welcome, my friend. Good evening to you. Mary, how are you? Good to have you in here, girl. What is going on? Big Bretta again. What is going on? Link, what is up, buddy? Always appreciate your support. Glad you're in here. The collector number 1, doing good, is in here. That is awesome. Always good to have the collector number 1 in the 6 scale cantina. The weirdest creatures you've ever seen at the Star Wars cantina. Oh. Sith Lords and blasters and old Jedi masters at the Star Wars. Are we going to get another interruption by the Hot Toys Wizard? I get a feeling. I don't know why I get that feeling. It may be because. Oh, wait a minute. You can't just come in here. Who the heck
Who the is that guy? Who the is that?
Yeah, I had to do it to you. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? What's up, guys?
Listen, we're having a partay. Listen, I know you could take Conor McGregor. Dude, I know you have you. Let me ask you a question. Who has a bigger collection? Conor McGregor or Fabio?
I have the collection. He has the money.
Is he the reason all the freaking Boba Fett arena suit Boba Fetts are out to something? They're gone, baby. They're gone. Goose egg, nada, destroyed. What's going on, dude?
Nothing, man. Had a good day today. What were you guys talking about? How long ago did you just start?
I just started a few minutes ago. I've just been spilling coffee. I haven't talked about crap.
Oh, all right, good.
Just saying hi to like people like, MB Dyson and Single Songwriter and Chi-Town's Collector's Closet and OG Fan and Fabio, the Hot Toys Wizard, interrupted the program as TK FOMO. Listen. And the Hot Toys Wizard called me with the likeness of Tamora Morrison telling somebody in here that the prototype white Boba Fett to pay attention sometime soon at the stroke of midnight for the white prototype Boba Fett. Boba Fett is exploding right now, dude. Yeah. I got some stuff. It's insane. It is absolutely crazy. I think this is where the fun begins because Fabio.
This is where the fun begins.
That was for table 77, so don't ask me to fill you up. No, just kidding. Oh, look, the bots are in the house. We got to fill the bots up. What can we fill the bots up here? We can fill up with this clip.
There are too many of them. What are we going to do?
The moderators are going to bot them out of here, is what they're going to do. Dorikas, Conor McGregor, is that the Highlander? Oh, man, I think he'd be good in like one of those parts, man, for sure. Axel G is in the house. What is going on? Oh, look, Fabio, contest time. I'll go first. Woo! Oh, that was like. Woo! Oh, I thought the first one was.
No, I'm taking a deep breath to prep.
Best Scar Kid is in the house. What is going on, buddy? Axel G, what is going on? Oh, my goodness gracious. Maximum Rex, good to have you in here as well. No Fly is in the house. Good to have you in here. Adrian, what is up? And Raylo Binks, it's been a second, sir. Stoked to be here. RIP to my wallet. Look, it's coming for you from the depths of hell, and more from the depths of hell is going to reach out and grab you right about right now. Every time they give me an opportunity to play that one, I just go ahead and do it. With the coffee drop. My goodness, if I miss you in here, Wheels, what is going on? Hello to you as well. And if I miss you in the chat, I'm just an old guy setting the controls for the heart of the sun. That's for you Pink Floyd fans out there. You know just what the heck I'm talking about. But seriously, go ahead and keep putting in the chat. I'll try to get to you all. Primetime Reviews. What is going on, my friend? Primetime Reviews. Let's spill that coffee, baby. Primetime is sitting at table 5 with the little green guy who's taking us on a ride. Good to have him in here. Man, it's like a party. party in here, and I can't even get to all these. Again, if I miss you, just keep going. We got this guy Fabio in here. So listen, is that Fabio or is this Fabio? Which one's the Hot Toys Wizard? Because I get this freaking confused.
The wizard is behind me right now.
He's this guy. That's gotta freak you out if the wizard's one of your freaking. If the wizard called you and said, hey, Fabio, I've morphed into one of your figures. You have 30 minutes to figure out which freaking one is me.
I'll probably run out of here.
Oh my goodness. Cobra's collection. What is going on? I don't want to miss some people in here, but I don't need to. But just keep chatting away. Charlie the Unicorn says table 2 needs a refill. Dude, I don't even think we filled up table 2, but I think there's a movie with this guy in it out in the theaters right about now.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another.
Jawa egg juice. Jawa egg juice.
Jawa egg juice.
Cheers to you all. You are watching the Market Chart Show live here at 6 Scale Cantina. And I am your Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, serving it all up with my friend Fabio. Fabio, how about that new show you and I put on Friday night? The big show with Aries and Fabio. That was the second one. A lot of people, we got a lot of comments on that, dude.
Well, it's a late show, so a lot of people, get to come home from work if they're working or, there's nothing going on. They could actually, watch us, have a little fun for a few hours, and you don't have to worry about, missing out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's going to be just fun. And maybe we'll do one when we get a Mighty Thor announcement this week. Speaking about Natalie Portman, dude. I think there's going to be you like to say a couple of Padmes up, a couple of Lukes, a couple of Iron Mans, a couple of Spider-Mans. You have to wonder, is it possible with Natalie Portman in the Thor movie and the 20th anniversary of the Attack of the Clones, Fabio, could we have a couple of Natalie Portman figures on pre-order in different IPs at the same time? That would be really interesting.
Absolutely. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen because we're expecting, the Attack of the Clone head sculpts to come during San Diego Comic-Con for the next wave of thrills that they're talking about. And then for a fact that they're going to do the Mighty Thor also from the Thor movie. So 100% it's going to be, we're going to have both of them on pre-order.
That's going to be crazy. I wonder if that's actually happened with Hot Toys before. Thinking about the actors that play in between, you have Moon Knight, but they don't have the head sculpt of Oscar Isaac yet. But if they wind it up, can you imagine, baby, if they freaking officially announced the Poe Dameron, which it's possible, and they gave you a Moon Knight with a head sculpt, then you would have an Oscar Isaac crossing over to it. And really interesting.
It's a possibility too, because remember that Mr. Knight was another character in the show. So, therefore there's a possibility that they're going to use that figure to give us, Oscar Isaac's head sculpt, which would be awesome. We didn't get it with Moon Knight, even though I think it would have been more appropriate to get it with him, but I would not, turn down a head sculpt, in general, period. So I hope we get it with Mr. Knight.
Yeah, me too. I really hope we get it with that because I love the one that they put out with because that's really cool. But Oscar Isaac did a tremendous acting job in that Moon Knight series. Before we actually, as we're talking about Padme here, what about the bad guy in there? And gosh, I'm going to lose his name. Oh gosh, now it's losing. Now I'm losing it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. He was from Training Day.
That who's the guy from Training?
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke. Do you think? Listen, here's what I think they're going to give us. If they're going to give us another figure from that show, I could see that. Do you think that they will? Do you think it's possible?
I mean, I understand he was like the villain on the show, but there's nothing to that figure. You know what I mean? There's literally like a gown that he was wearing, a staff, and that's it. Would they do it? Absolutely. If they could figure out, accessories for that figure. But do I think it's coming? I doubt it, again, because of the fact that it was a nothing character. He was more storyline than power and special effects and stuff like that. So I doubt it.
You doubt it, but I think it is possible.
No, it's always possible.
But who else from that show? I'm trying to think. I guess the
female too.
The female, yes.
I forget the name because she was a superhero on the comic books as well. So I just can't remember her name, but she was. I feel like she would be announced before he would.
Yeah, I actually think whether they come out with him or not, or I think that they would the girl character.
Yes.
I think we're gonna get another figure from that show. I really, really do. It may be her. I kind of hearing your thoughts maybe lean towards that, but I still kind of part of me leans towards Ethan Hawke. Actually, a big part of me leans towards it could be both of them. They're coming out with a lot of figures, baby. Yeah. So I don't know, but going back to Oscar Isaac, I could see it with Poe Dameron. But you talk about the mighty Thor. I think we're going to have 2 Natalie Portmans up. Let's stick with this one for a minute here. I think the Natalie Portman one from the current Thor movie is going to be freaking insane. Yep. Are they going to change this one?
I think so. I think this one's going to be updated because remember, this figure, this specific figure here is years old. And, by now, the way that Hot Toys has improved with their artists and, the level of detail that they've given us, with the recent figures, including, I don't know if you saw the Wolverine pictures, that head sculpt is ridiculous. So this is 100% going to get updated. And if you noticed, Natalie Portman on in the movie, she gained a lot of muscle. You could see her jaw, really, really defined jaw. So there's a lot of detail that you could get out of those figures. So absolutely, this is going to be 100% updated.
Yeah, and Charlie the Unicorn says, I don't see it. Just getting a Moon Knight is awesome.
Right.
And that's the other part of me because I knew, and I called this, and you knew that I called it with the baddies. And I think I don't know if we both, one of us called these with the Spider-Man No Way Home. Ethan Hawke, Tobey Maguire, you're going to get them. They're not going to miss out on that opportunity. Same thing with Doc Ock. You knew they were going to give you the Goblin. But I think Moon Knight was awesome. But Spider-Man's epic. I mean, that's like one of the epic movies in history. So you're going to come out with a lot of figures from that. I'm not quite sure if we'll get more, but I wouldn't be surprised if we get 1 or 2 more, though.
From Spider-Man?
From Moon. Oh, from Spider-Man for sure. But that's the difference. I'm comparing Spider-Man, that movie, to Moon Knight.
Here's why I don't think they're going to give us too much. And again, I hope that we get Mr. Knight and the female as well. But the reason why I don't know is because Moon Knight will be in the future Avengers movies. So we're going to get more Moon Knight in the future anyway. So I think that's when you'll get maybe a battle damage Moon Knight. Even from this show, you could get a battle damage Moon Knight. You could get Mr. Knight. So I don't know if they're going to go crazy with Moon Knight because they know that he will appear in future movies anyway. But if they give us more, I don't mind. I'll buy them all anyway.
75 in here, smash the like button, and Padme is day 1 pre-order for me to send a message. Have been waiting on this for years. So there you go, Howard. Mr. Howard Chan. Any of you there, JC Hong, anyone from Hot Toys, if you're watching, right there, you got your first pre-order. I'll tell you right now, you got 1 from me too. There's 2, and you got 3 from Fabio. He's going to buy 3.
At least. Let me tell you something. Because again, once they make this figure, there's no reason to make another one.
No, they'll make a different option. They gave you the Hoth Leia,
correct?
The new Hoth Leia. They didn't give you another one ever since, and that figure's like how long ago already?
Correct. So that's what I mean. So it'll hold the value for for a long time.
Yeah. I mean, I was going over that the other day. I'm going to go over that with you. If they give us that Natalie Portman head sculpt, they don't make that many of the female characters a lot. I agree with that assessment on par, but I think that they'll do what they've been doing with Leia. It works very well with them. They're going to continue to put them out as they sell in the thousands they did. So they're not just going to invest in a Natalie Portman head sculpt and say, okay, we're done. Let's put it away. No one's going to buy it. People will buy those different out, even if it's not that many collectors.
Right.
You know what I mean? Putting up those other queens and stuff like that I did the last couple of shows. I mean, people would buy them.
You'll get Queen, you'll get Padme, you'll get, like you said, 100%, just like they do Leia, same thing. And again, doesn't necessarily mean that, we're going to constantly keep getting new head sculpts, but they're definitely going to get tweaked to where it's going to look like a different figure. Again, like they usually tend to do, which is, turn the eyes, whether it's straight, to the right, to the left. So they'll do that every time. And again, tweak whatever they need to tweak to give you a new head sculpt for every figure.
High Time Collectibles. I'm going to let Fabio answer this because Fabio answered it already on plenty of shows. He would love an Obi-Wan and Anakin from episode 2. Go, baby.
It's coming. Remember that, I don't know if you guys know or have seen that Sideshow made, a young Obi-Wan as well with the Padawan ponytail. So there's no way that Hot Toys is missing out on those. Again, don't forget that we're still getting the next wave of thrills, and there are so many possibilities with just that line, next wave. So there's a lot to come, and again, not just from that wave. In the future, we're still going to get figures from the Attack of the Clones, so they're coming 100%. And we're going to get from Attack of the Clones, and we may even get, again, all they have to do is tweak the head sculpt a little bit to give us branded, Obi-Wan show.
No, yeah, absolutely. And seriously, like when you go ahead and you look at like they have 60 pre-orders for 2023. Sure, it's possible they leave it there, they give you nothing else this week, next month, it's done. Always possible, right? But if you think about it, even when we talk about all the ones that we're thinking could come, Padme is one, the Obi-Wan and Anakin from the Attack of the Clones, that's 3, baby.
Yep.
You talk about the Super Battle Droid, let's go with Mace.
Yep.
That's 5. We're going to take Super Battle Droid out, but Kit Fisto, that's 5. 5 plus 6 is only 21. If they want to give you Darth Vader DX from the Obi-Wan series, that's 22. Check this out, Fab. That's 22 right there, right? If they want to give you the Grand Inquisitor or a Stormtrooper, that's, okay, 23, 24. If they want to give you Cobb Vanth, that's 25. If they want to go ahead and give you one of the Bad Batch figures, that's 26. I mean, I'm talking about adding, you're talking about adding 10 figures. And just 10 figures, you're only 26, and Marvel has like freaking 39.
And don't forget that it's not just the one figure, but they may give us multiple versions of the same figure. And that counts as a pre-order as well. So that'll affect that number too. So we're getting so much, but by the end of the year, we're going to have, like I always said, at least 25.
Wow. And I wanted to put this comment up. I thought I put it up here. It was directed at me. Where the heck? I can't find it now. All right, let's put up Hold My Balls. Aries, what's up? Listen, I'm holding on tightly to my cup. Not my to my cup here, holding on tightly, getting ready. I have to dig in this cup to come up with some magic wizard money to pay for all this stuff. Do you need to do a load of laundry? You had to say it, didn't you? He sure as hell does. Dorica says, everything Aries just said, only chrome versions.
Can you imagine?
They already just gave us the freaking chrome version of the Death Trooper. Right? The chrome version of the Clone Trooper. I mean, it's easy money for them. You talk about a white prototype Boba Fett. This is like they could yawn and make this at Hot Toys.
Yep.
And they'll sell them like hotcakes.
They could give us, black chrome as well. And they'll sell because they're different. They're shiny. It's a different paint color. They look really, really good. Hot Toys could keep doing this all day, every day. Just, going to the bank because it's just easy money for them. It's easy money. And again, it doesn't matter whether it's a shore trooper, a stormtrooper, a clone trooper. It doesn't matter what it is. You give us different renditions of these figures, different colors, different types of, a chrome, a black chrome, a Boba Arena suit style. They're all going to sell because, specifically, like talking about me, I like different styles like that. That's what makes, you like the original character, fine. But when you get different looks and different styles, man, that changes the whole collecting game because they look really, really different.
Yeah, and Raya's Horizon says, I think they might have to make 2 different head sculpts for Mighty Thor and Padme. They may. I was actually thinking that.
No, 100% they're gonna. It's not gonna be the same look. If you put, for example, if you put that Padme picture that you had up, that head sculpt on Mighty Thor, it would never work. It would never work because the proportions wouldn't work. That head is way too small for her, for what she looks like in the Thor movie. Never mind the fact that she's covered up here, and with the Padme outfit, but in Thor her arms are exposed, which is why she gained all that muscle. So you're not going to get the same muscle tone from this body that you're going to get from her as Mighty Thor. So the head sculpt is going to be 1,000% different.
And I say, yes, I agree, because I was thinking that after we were talking about it. And actually, that's not going to be the only Mighty Thor that you probably get from her. They're not going to be one and done. I think that would do very, very well in that Marvel line. What do you think, Fabio? I don't think it'll be done forever.
Correct. She's not going to be from the Thor movie. I'm pretty sure that'll be it. But again, she's going to be in the future Avengers as well because she's going to be replacing Thor in some movies. So we're going to get more of her as the Mighty Thor in the future. So this is not her last figure at all.
No, absolutely. And everybody, you are watching the freaking market show live here at 6 Scale Cantina. I'm trying to find a picture of Mighty Thor over here. Let's see if I could bring it up and see if I could get her to show up here. And I think I might have it on the screen. Let's see if I could pull it up and pull her up over here. She looks quite different from what we're talking about. And yeah, there's a good one. I think this one will work if I could get it to blow up. Let's see here. Open image in the new tab. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think they have to do. I don't know, unless they do the hair and they change the age. But yeah, no, they're going to come out with way more than one of her. Here it is. Can you guys see it? Nope. Here we go. Let's put it up now. How about now?
Yes. See, look at her arms. Look at that. Look at those arms. Look at her jaw. Look at her face. She got ripped for this movie. So there is no way.
She did, man. She went on some kind of conditioning.
Yeah, no, you have to.
Program.
She's, here she's a superhero. In the Star Wars movie, she's not a superhero. She's supposed to be a regular woman. So look at these arms. You're not gonna get, Padme with these arms. So no. That's why, the ratio and the scale of Padme's head is not going to fit in this body. Never. It would never work. So it needs to be a completely different head sculpt.
And the makeup's totally different too. The way she has it here, the way that she dresses up as Mighty Thor compared to the way she dresses up as the Queen. I mean, she's got so many different looks anyway, just from Star Wars. But I could actually, is it possible? Let's dive into this, man, because this is exciting. I think that there's a possibility that you could actually get this drop and the Natalie Portman Padme drop at San Diego Comic-Con in the same damn week. Could you even imagine if you could get this on the same night, if they would do something like that? You know how they just released at the Summer Showcase, they gave you Wolverine. They gave you Obi-Wan Kenobi. They gave you Andrew Garfield. Could you even imagine if they did this with Natalie Portman? I would lose my damn mind.
She's coming. She's coming 100%.
I mean, the same night would be cool.
Oh no, it would be cool, but I doubt it. I mean, what are the chances of that?
I want to see Natalie Portman go 1 and 2 on the best-selling list.
That would be amazing. I think people would be super stoked about it, super excited about it. Getting to, and you'll be able, and I would rather have that so people could see the difference immediately. From one head sculpt.
That would be immediate. That would be. Can you imagine how we would be able to do a show, putting them up side by side and saying, which one's better, baby?
Exactly. Yeah. And it's going to be, you're going to have a completely, like I said, a completely different body with the, for this figure, because you got to show off, the muscularity of her as a character, as the Thor character. And then obviously as Padme, it's a more feminine,
Yes.
woman. So, and plus, remember, she's covered up. So there's no need to show her arms. There's no need for her to be jacked up muscular. So it's going to be night and day, when it comes to the figure. Dude,
they're going to milk this head sculpt. Natalie Portman, this figure, they're going to go with the money trade with this. It is impossible. You have to wonder, could we get one on one night? 5 minutes later, this one.
5 minutes later, imagine.
And then they said, oh, by the way, we want to give you the Phantom Menace because we want to play with you. We want to put 3 of them up at the same time.
Queen?
They won't do it, but I'd love for them to do something that everybody thinks that they just won't do. They've been doing that lately, but I want them to go a step above the Hot Toys Wizard. I want them to go a step above the Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, who serves up all the Star Wars Hot Toys talk. I'd love something like that. That would be freaking crazy. Have Natalie Portman release day. Man. But people would buy them all. You would buy the Phantom Menace.
Absolutely.
You would buy the Attack of the Clones, and you'd sure as hell buy this.
Absolutely. You have to. There's no way. And that would be, it'd be even better to get a, Padme, Queen, Amidala DX pack. That would be awesome. Two different head sculpts, 2 different outfits. Oh, absolutely.
So Charlie the Unicorn goes, so Aries, Table 2 is going to be filled up repeatedly by Natalie Portman. Well, let me see what I could do for you, baby.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another.
You guys are watching the Market Show live here with Aries and Fabio. I feel a little bit of a buzz, dude, with Star Wars coming off that Obi-Wan series, which came off the Book of Boba Fett series, which really was also the Mandalorian series. We're going to be branching off into the Andor series. And as I pointed out, baby, there's only 16 separate characters pre-orders that you're going to get. It's very, very low compared to 39, I believe it is. We'll go back to 6 Scale Cantina and take a look. For just 2023, Marvel's already got a couple for 2024 here that we're going to find out about when they release them in. I think for Star Wars, once you get deep in the 4th quarter of this year, Fabio, because I know that you're going to get releases this 3rd quarter. It's the 3rd quarter now. You're going to get releases, like you said, all through the year. But there comes a point in November where you're going to have to put that timeline in 2024 and stop having it. So even if they did drop, people would be like, wow, a wave of thrills. Why would they do that? Why would they give you 5 Attack of the Clones in another wave? That only puts it at 21 if they did that. And they could put out 10 figures and it's only 26. It's insane as it sounds, which they won't do this week. I say that with a little bit of caution because if they give you 5 Attack of the Clones figures, I don't know how long we're going to have to wait for Darth Vader, just being completely honest with you. But I think we're going to get – I don't think everything's going to drop this month, Fabio. I want to get your thoughts. But I think a lot's going to drop in July and August.
I think, we're going to get a bunch of stuff, a bunch of new stuff for San Diego Comic-Con, and then we're going to get – more stuff during New York Comic-Con, and then whatever they decide to release in between. But I feel like with Marvel, though, every time there's something Marvel, they release just naturally more figures from Marvel than they're doing, Star Wars and even DC. Why? I guess, popularity. I guess, the characters may be more popular. I don't know what it is, but for some, that's why there's so many Marvel up already, than there are, DC and Star Wars. So that's the only thing for me, but we're getting so much stuff again, San Diego Comic-Con, New York Comic-Con, whatever in between. Obviously after that, So we're just going to get bombarded with pre-orders and figures, and even the Wolverine. It's not even up for pre-order yet. What are they waiting for?
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna have situations like that where there's gonna be a lot of stuff shown to us, but we got to wait a little bit to order them.
A lot of coffee spilling here. Is it possible? Yeah. And cross IP promotion, don't count it out, because guess who owns Marvel, and guess who owns Star Wars? Disney owns it. And don't make no mistake about it. Whether you want it to happen, don't want it to happen, they absolutely have already spoke about it. They have spoke about it, whether it's coming in 10 years, in 20 years, or something in a pipeline, and they have, as a board, as executives, have thought about this. But you never know. Certainly with toys, that would be great. The collector is in the house with the popcorn. Come on. And Dorica says, we are due a Miss Marvel figure very soon. Wow, he's not kidding. Is that going to be after the series, Fabio? Or are we going to... Miss Marvel could come any day, to be completely honest with you.
I think she may. Her show ended on last Wednesday, I believe.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that we have to... they have to give us something from her show, at least even if it's just her. You have to start promoting her as a superhero, because of the fact that she's going to be involved in, there's the Marvels coming in 2023, which is her movie with, Captain Marvel and the other, characters with their power, with the same kind of power. So we're definitely going to get at least her figure from that show.
Yeah, and I think so. And is it possible that we could actually get Miss Marvel at San Diego Comic-Con? What do you think the possibilities are of that, Fabio, of actually getting it at San Diego Comic-Con? Go, baby, go.
Very possible. Just, to throw something Hot Toys tends to do, just give us something out of left field that nobody expected. They haven't even teased anything. They haven't announced anything. So it's a huge possibility.
Miss Marvel, I think that could be coming. And what about the young, what do you think about the young Princess Leia going into Miss Marvel? Obviously, she's young, not as young as, Leia's a kid, a young kid. I actually think we're going to get the Leia from this Obi-Wan series. I do, dude. I don't know how they're going to do it. I really want it to come with Bail Organa. I don't see it coming with Obi-Wan. I think every Obi-Wan is going to come where you pose it with Darth Vader, period. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Maybe we don't get her. Maybe we actually get the Luke, but I feel like the Luke wasn't in there, that the Luke actor, too much. But that doesn't mean anything. The KX-Enforcer droid wasn't in there very long either. Solo Maul wasn't in there very long either. And Solo Maul's a big character. But last time I checked, buddy, Luke Skywalker is a pretty big character, too.
It's a good point. I never even thought of that. You keep saying Bail Organa and Princess Leia, but it's a huge possibility that she could come with another. Now we got the DX Obi-Wan, so now I doubt it. But before the DX announcement, she could have came with Obi-Wan in a double pack. It's a huge possibility. But now, because the DX is out and it's been announced, I doubt it. But again, in the future, you never know.
Yeah, no, you never know. And let's pull this up over here. And I think I have the right image, because I haven't had a chance to watch the series, although I think my one daughter is, and the rest plan to. We plan to. Is this the right one here?
That's it.
This is Miss Marvel. So listen, they got to do this. Yeah, so I actually could see this at San Diego Comic-Con, to be completely honest with you.
Absolutely. No, and it's a possibility, because again, they have to announce her at some point. There's no reason for them to give us that show, introduce her, and then, we're not getting a figure. Same thing with Moon Knight. We got the show to introduce him, even though, his comic book's been around for years and years and years. He's just not as popular as everybody else, just like Miss Marvel. I think she's actually a more recent comic book superhero. So, same thing. A lot of people don't know about her. A lot of people didn't know about her. So they introduced her with the show, just like they did Moon Knight. Moon Knight, we're getting a figure, and we're getting one from her as well. It's just when. But the announcement is coming very, very soon because, again, the show just ended last week. So be aware for, if you're looking, I'm buying her 100%. So I'm just waiting for the announcement.
What kind of production run do you think we get on Miss Marvel? She is the star of the show.
Yeah, I mean, regular female production. There's not going to be, it's going to be limited as a regular female, but it's not going to be limited like, obviously depends if they give us a special edition with her. That version will be limited, but her regular version shouldn't be limited as much as a regular male figure, but it'll be limited for a female figure.
Punisher says, and he has a good point, I can't see Hot Toys doing children. I guess if they get the sign-offs from the movie rights or whatever contract they have, or their parents or their guardians, right, Fabio? I guess that would have to be a whole thing, and I'm sure that they take care of it. But certainly if she wants an action figure and she's a star of the show, she can get her own figure if she wants.
This has nothing to do with children. This is a branded, copyrighted superhero. She's going to get her own figure. Just wait and see.
Yep, and I would think that that is the case. But good comment there, Punisher. I definitely know where you're coming from. Combat Evolve. Hey, all. Where are you sitting, my friends? I'd rather have American, but they probably wouldn't do both. And I'm not too familiar with that character.
She's coming as well. She was from the last Doctor Strange movie. She's
Okay.
Coming as well because again, same thing. She's going to be, this was her movie to get introduced into the comic book world to us in movies, and so she's going to be made again 100% as well because she's going to be in future Marvel movies. So we're going to get her figure as well, and they don't need much, especially America Chavez. She just needs a jean jacket and some jeans and that whatever effects they want to give us for her powers. It doesn't take the head sculpt obviously, but it doesn't take much to give us that figure. But she's coming as well.
Yeah, and Modest 23 says, I say short runtime character made into figure would be the Grand Inquisitor. So are you saying, Modest, I want to make sure they're getting you right, that there would be a short production run? Because definitely that's something that we have to keep an eye on. It's going to segue into this next part. We're going to just be talking all kinds of stuff here tonight. You're watching the Market Chart Show with Aries, Fabio, Epic Baby. I don't necessarily. I'm going to show you some stuff that's going on with Boba Fett, Fabio now. But here's the thing. I think we definitely have to be cautious moving forward. Whether the arena suit Boba Fett comes back on, to order, which it's possible. I know you and I both think probably not, but it is possible. Same thing with the chrome-plated Clone Trooper. But I think we have to be conscious moving forward coming out of COVID, especially with how hot all these IPs are, that we may have to be a little bit sensitive towards these exclusives. If they're really going to make them exclusive, if they're really going to limit the numbers and they put it up on their Hong Kong website, hey, we're only making 300 here, we're only giving this much here, there may be a certain window to just get some of these exclusives at some of these cons. What do you think about that moving forward?
Well, for this question specifically, the Grand Inquisitor is, even though it wasn't a big deal character in the show, it was a couple episodes. It was at the end of the day, he's he would be a great looking figure to make. And the fact that it wasn't just him, but it was a whole crew of them, even more of a reason to. And if they make him, the other ones are coming too. It's just, I think what they're debating, or what they would be debating on, is are people going to buy this? That's the only thing. Because if they're not going to do a limited run on that. Absolutely not. If they decide to make it, they're going to make as many as they usually do for male characters, unless it's a Toy Fair exclusive, which we know it's not. So I don't think it'll be limited at all if they decide to go that route. And according to those sales, then they'll go and make the rest.
Right, but also keep in mind, they don't make the same Luke Skywalker as they do Moff Gideon, even though they're both male. They're going, depending on the character or depending on what version of Luke Skywalker it is or what version of this is. You know, you have to be kind of conscientious. There's only so much you could do, right, Fabio?
Yep.
When Sideshow keeps ordering from Hot Toys, if all that's happening is their warehouses, you know this from all the boxes you have. You've got boxes and tons of boxes and boxes, and they all freaking thought, they're like, where are you gonna store the empty boxes? And you're like, they're not empty, they're full.
No, yeah, people do think they're empty boxes. They're not a single empty box in this pile.
But the beautiful thing is about that, going into this, they're not empty at the warehouses for Sideshow either. And there's only so many times coming out of COVID and coming out of financial strain and counting every penny that you're going to order 10,000, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 of one figure. Of course, unless you get the pre-orders in. But they're going to, with some of these, I'm not saying all of them. Don't think that with Moff Gideon, they're going to produce like 15,000 per se. They might, but you got to start being conscious of that now, because they're like, look, this is sitting, that's sitting, that's sitting. We got to end the year in the black. We don't want to end the year in the red. We're going to order a little bit less. What happens when you order a little bit less? You start reusing some molds, saying, okay, I'm only going to print 5,000 this time, but I'm going to use that mold again, get 5,000 on a different variation. You're going to see some of that. I think you're already seeing it now, honestly.
I mean, that would make sense, especially, for the shows, like whether it's the Star Wars shows or the Marvel shows. You know
for sure, on the shows.
Right. So I think that I'm not saying for sure, but I think that may be the case for the shows, because what if there's a chance that they may appear again? So of course they're going to reuse molds. They're going to reuse, for example, Moff Gideon, for example. I saw a version of him with a helmet on. There's 100% possibility that we could get a version of him with a helmet on if, for whatever reason, he appears on season 3. So, so that's what I mean. So I don't know if they'll go crazy making too many when they know that there's a chance that they'll reuse, they'll remake the character. So that's why it's tricky. If it was a movie, you better believe they're going to make, thousands. But because it's a show, but again, you can't compare The Mandalorian, which is the show, to any other show. You know what I mean? So
no, because that is the show. That is the thing. I've pointed it out how many times before. When you go and check everything out, best-selling wise, up at Sideshow, and there's a Thor movie going on, and there was a Doctor Strange movie going on, and then there was No Way Home movie going on, and they've had several other movies before that, and Star Wars with this Mandalorian. And forget it, I mean, the Book of Boba Fett, which was really the Mandalorian as well, or turned out to be that way. Man, it's Star Wars doesn't even have a movie. It's crazy right now how much they're killing it just on television.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
They needed a, like I said, I've said this before, they needed the Boba Fett show, not only to introduce him as a character for a lot of, young people who don't know anything about him, give you a background story, give you, the flashbacks, give you, how his demeanor used to be, how he's changed, but not also to attach him to the Mandalorian show as well. So that was another reason why, they give you his backstory, boom, give him his own show with a few episodes. But now, by putting the Mandalorian on his show, that's going to continue. So that's what they needed to do that. And again, for the old fans of Boba, this, obviously the show is the show, but the character is the character. And people who didn't like the show, you better believe they still love the character. So they needed to introduce the character. Whatever they did with the character, that's their problem. But, with the show, that's their problem. But the character will always be, the badass Boba Fett, and people will always love Boba Fett.
And Patrick says, coffee, Aries, hello, table 1, Aries. Really, you're sitting with Vader? I think he's kind of hot at the moment.
The force is strong in this one.
Man, that A New Hope look at Darth Vader is so, it's different than the other ones. Good to have you in here, Patrick. And everyone who's in here, smash the like button. Let Fabio know. Let Aries know what table you're at. We're serving it all up today, no matter what hot toys it is. We are really, really excited. Good to have you all in here. Continue to go in the chat. I will do my best to notice them all. But listen, I pulled this up on the screen, segueing into that, baby. Here's your number one. And look at this right here. Obi-Wan creeping up to the top. The only thing that's ahead of Obi-Wan and Cad Bane and Thor. And remember, you were just talking about this, how hot the television was with Star Wars. Thor's been out for more than a couple weeks. That's where it is. It's very interesting. It's just, that's where Star Wars is. There's no doubt about it. This freaking Boba Fett arena suit. I mean, this is the craziest thing. And like I said, there was people that are Cantina insiders that told me, that reached out to me, that messaged me and said, we called Sideshow. I got verification that they were saying, hey, yeah, no, that the date was wrong when it first came out. 2023 is incorrect. It's this year. It's shipping. And the second thing is that we don't have any more. No more is coming. That sold more faster than we thought it would.
Well, that's Boba Fett specifically. Again, I would have never in a million years thought they would ever make this. Like, again, we've gotten animation. We've gotten, vintage color. We've got all these, but something like this, again, I never knew that the comic book was even a thing. I've never heard of it. I've never seen it. I never read it. So,
well, they're sure as heck going to make all these crazy ones now after seeing this stuff.
Absolutely. And here's the tricky thing, though. These were limited to begin with. You know what I mean? So I don't think that was. I don't know if they expected for them to sell out so quickly, but they were 100% limited. So now that they started people with this comic book line for Star Wars, specifically whatever comic book this is from, you better believe that there's going to be more from that comic book coming.
Well, they could have it from any damn comic book. They could have put a comic book out in freaking 97 and do that one.
Exactly. So they saw the reaction, they see the sales, they see how people are willing to pay $800 and something for the figure, on eBay. There's more coming. There's 100% more coming.
Look at Obi-Wan over there. I think a lot of people like that Obi-Wan figure. I point this out a lot. And for whatever reason, and I get it, because I could fall into that trap as well. We think that the people that come on my show or go on this show or go on that show or watch this show or watch Sideshow are the only people that buy these things. And they're actually the smallest percentage of the whole people in the world. They don't even freaking know. I pointed that out with Star Wars as well. Like they're watching this channel or that channel. This is what they think. This is the consensus. I'm like, no, not really. Because when you go ahead and pull the people that are just casual fans or just collectors like that, they don't. I think this Obi-Wan is selling pretty good. I think that's the statement that people are making, buying this damn thing, baby.
Well, there's no way that, people are going to miss out on a DX Obi-Wan number one.
Oh, God, yeah.
That's number one. And number two, you get, they don't give you they tend to do this. They'll give you a fluff figure, which is the regular figure, first. And then, like I said this again, down the line, then you'll get the DX. They're giving you DX right off the bat. And it doesn't mean that this is going to be the last DX of Obi-Wan from that show.
No, it doesn't. That's a damn good point, because you would think, right? And that's what I was talking about at the beginning. One DX, that's it. You're not going to get any more.
No,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, there's a chance, that they could give us another Obi-Wan for, from the show with more stuff that they just decided not to give you for this one. And again,
well, it could be from the first half of the show when he had the other robes on,
Exactly.
And he also had battle damage when he got burned. We can't forget that.
Exactly. So, it's a huge possibility. So I personally, like I said, this is not it for Obi-Wan in general. But again, I don't think that, there's a possibility it could be another DX, but it's not 100% that it's not coming, because that's always open.
Man, oh man. Look at that Boba Fett for the Book of Boba Fett. I swear to God, I didn't think this thing would be up where it is right now, and even still. But it crept up there, dude. Boba Fett from the book of Boba Fett, right? Sandwiched between Jango Fett and the freaking Purge Trooper. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed.
Well,
Because you could get Boba in the throne, Fabio. You could get Boba. You could get Boba.
Yeah,
It's different though. But
no, correct. It's completely different, and you know, I would hope that it's number one because of how fast it sold out.
yeah, that's absolutely crazy. No, I'm talking about this Boba Fett right here. This I'll pull it up. It's small on the screen. This one for the book of Boba Fett. How
That's
high
the
it
new
up
one.
is.
That was the new one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that figure. And again, no head sculpt needed. We've gotten plenty of head sculpts with the other one, with the other ones. So it doesn't need it. It's not necessary, and it's a beautiful looking figure. The color.
Oh, I'm getting it. Yeah.
You know. Oh, absolutely. There's no way. You know, if you're
There's no way I can't.
if you're a Boba Fett fan, there's no way you're missing out on any of them. Not just this one, on any of them, because they're all different and they're all, you know, they all have their different colors and their different accessories. And you know, you get one with a head sculpt, the other one doesn't have a head sculpt, and it's got different things, and you know, different boots and different. There again, a Boba Fett fan does not miss any of them.
No, and this is the one from like the last episode, really. This is the Boba Fett, like when he was battling Cad Bane and he was battling with the Mandalorian, which you have to wonder. And I think you pointed this out. Are we going to get a Mandalorian that you could pose with this from that freaking, you know, that last episode of the Book of Boba Fett? Because they sure as hell gave you the Cad Bane that goes with him there. But there's another guy that was pretty heavy in this whole battle scene, wasn't there, Fabio?
So we're definitely getting, you know, we're getting season 3 of The Mandalorian. So this is not the end of The Mandalorian. And not only are we getting more Mandalorians, Din Djarin Mandalorians, but we're getting all of the other different colored Mandalorians that are, you know, I don't know if you watched the leaked video of everything that's going to go on.
Oh, believe me, I knew that was coming.
So we're getting so many Mandalorians. We're getting, you know, and you could use obviously whatever Mandalorian you want to display next to this guy, whether it's the Beskar Mandalorian or, you know, the whatever we get from season 3. So, or even the one with the head sculpt that's coming. So absolutely, we're getting more Mandalorians for to be able to, like you said, to be able to display with this guy specifically.
And you have to wonder, is it possible that we also get more of those amazing, awesome sand bases we all just dream of? And I say, yes.
Yeah, no, beautiful figure. And,
I had to mock the sand base, bro. I had to.
Those bases. I forget who I was talking to. I think it was Clone Collector. We were talking about, you know, how he liked the bases that you know, for example, that black Boba Fett, arena suit Boba Fett, you know, that round, really nice base. But my favorite bases of all time have always been the oval, you know, old school. Let me see if I have one around here. I don't, of course. Just the old school, you know, very first oval bases that Hot Toys used to give us. I feel like they were the best because you save a lot of room. They don't take up a lot of space. They're not super high off the ground for no reason. And I understand that Hot Toys does this to give the figures more presence, make them look, you know, bigger than they are, which is fine. But when you have a lot of figures, that's when they become a problem. So then not only do you have to spend more money on buying the original oval bases, but, you know, you're paying for the extra, you're paying the extra money for all these bases that they're including with the figure, which again, I feel like it should be an option. If you want a, you know, a fancier base, there should be an option to click. Would you like this base with your figure or a cheaper base with your figure? I think that would be an awesome idea for Hot Toys, but you know, obviously that'll never happen because that's not their problem. But that's how I feel about those bases. I love the old school original ones. Anything besides that just, again, takes up too much room. Some of them are very high, and again, for no reason. And I get it, but I don't like them.
Dude, and here's the other Boba Fett. We just have that one on, and when you pull it up, it is completely 1,000% different. This is kind of like, this is primed up. That one's worn out. So there's no way. And that was really one of the reasons why I really, really thought he didn't look like this in the last episode of the freaking a Book of Boba Fett with Din Djarin and Cad Bane. It didn't look like this. It looked much lighter. It looked much more worn. This looks like the Mandalorian season finale extra scene. That's what this looks like.
And like you said, completely different. Look at the helmet. Look at the paint color. Look at the outfit. Look at the, the armor. Everything's different, and it's a beautiful figure, on its own right. And again, you put that next to the one you just showed before, and you could tell the difference.
It's way different.
Yeah, it's night and day. Right now, if you hadn't seen the previous one that you showed, you would be like, oh, they're pretty close. That's what I thought, at least. At first, I was like, oh, they look almost the same. When you put them together side by side, oh, man, two completely different worlds.
Are you seeing all these damn Boba Fetts? It's a Boba Fett explosion here in the market, the primary market, the secondary market, the Tatooine market, the Alderaan market, all the markets. Come on, man, they're going to town on Boba Fett. And look, just like Clone Troopers, they don't have to give you Tamora Morrison head sculpts with every damn one of them, Fabio, and they're not going to, but they will on some.
Question for you: Was this is branded Mandalorian, right?
This branded Mandalorian, yeah, absolutely, 1000%.
Yeah, so it makes sense. They branded this Mandalorian because I feel like this wasn't it like the last scene of the Mandalorian of that season. Was it season 1?
Yeah, it's right here. You see the Mandalorian under Star Wars.
So,
it was the ending credit scenes after the Luke.
So there you go. So you get this one, and then you're going to get the one you just showed from the Mandalorian. It makes perfect sense. Again, there's no need for a head sculpt because we got plenty of them from the Mandalorian line. The 2-pack came with a head sculpt. This one comes with a head sculpt. They could have given us a head sculpt for the other one and charge us more money, but I'm glad that they saw, this is going to be redundant to, give 3 figures with 3 head sculpts of the same exact thing. So I appreciate that, but we're still paying for the figure as if we got a head sculpt with it.
Do you know that they tweaked this head sculpt? I really looked at it. The only thing that they tweaked is they have the eyes facing the other way, but it's different. It's different.
That's exactly what I said about Padme. They could give you the same head sculpt, just switching the eyes facing left, facing right, and that's how they get away with it. And again, I don't mind. I don't complain about that ever because you could get different looks out of those different eyes.
Dude, I cannot wait to get this. This look at that head sculpt is sick.
Yeah,
and I'm looking at mine up right here that I have up high on my curio up there, my enclosed custom one here on planet Tatooine, baby. But man, I mean, I can't wait to get him sitting on the throne like this. I mean, he is, and look at that, man. I mean, it's just like, this figure's pretty damn awesome. Posing it, you can pose him right here from the Mandalorian as well, dude, with the Costco Reeves, which they teased. Another one that they teased. It's interesting that I brought this up. Remember they teased the Bespin Han. They didn't put it out back then because it was the last Jedi around then. They teased the Cobb Vanth. The Mace Windu. They showed Cobb Vanth already, but the head sculpt. They teased this. This came out. I love these teases because they're going to answer on all of them. Look at that, dude. Look at that freaking throne, man. That's dude, beautiful. This is like a freaking collector's dream.
Yeah. And then again, the fact that this comes with a throne, this is going to be a grail at some point. They're going to go up in value a lot. If you got the one with the throne, you better believe it's going to hold its value. And they don't make a lot of these because it's supposed to be a special edition type release. So this is, you want rare, this is the rare. Anything that comes with anything extra that's considered a special edition, those are your limited ones. Everything regular, they make, thousands of those, but the limited ones are the ones with the extra stuff. So for the people looking for limited stuff, always get the special editions, always get the exclusives, because those are the limited ones.
I get the spotchka, but listen, baby, with 90 in here, smash the like button, but looking at this, I'm kind of spilling my damn coffee. I forgot because I haven't looked at this in a while. It's like a collector's dream, this freaking thing. Man, that throat is hot, dude.
Yeah,
Just looking at it.
I was just gonna say it looks beautiful, but I have a feeling that when you get it in hand,
It's gonna be like don't tell me it's like the GOG droid from the Jawa 2-pack. Please don't.
it's gonna be some like cheap feeling.
Ah.
Yeah, I mean, I hope not. I really hope not, because
I want it to be a hard piece of like
exactly. I want
cast
it to
iron.
be, no, not like if it was cast iron, I'd be paying $1,000 for that. But I hope it has some weight to it. You know what I mean? I hope it feels good, because it's supposed to be stone. So I hope it holds. It has some weight to it.
Put some marbles from the Hot Toys Wizard in there. That'll weigh it down a little bit. You make it like a magic chair. Come on.
Put some magnets at the bottom.
Dude, can you imagine people on Instagram posting this crap? Dude, I mean, look at this. It's like that is insanity.
And when what's her name comes out,
Fennec. I mean, you gotta pose it like that. I'm gonna freaking pose it like that.
I feel like if you're gonna use the throne, that's the only way to pose it. To pose him, it's just with her next to him. So that's gonna, because besides that pose, what are you gonna do? Have her without the head? I mean, you could do the head sculpt, just the head sculpt without the helmet, or you could have it like they posed for the pictures, like a poser for the pictures with the helmet on. But again, her head sculpt is so beautiful. I don't think anybody's going to want to hide it with the helmet. So I think they're going to have her holding the helmet like this or next to him or whatever. But you got to display that head sculpt, because she looks perfect.
Yeah, now I'm going to have to pull her up, man. But, man, he looks perfect. Look at that.
Yeah, he's
dude.
Those colors, I really like those colors.
And again, it's completely different than the one that came out for Boba Fett. I'll pull that one up again to show the difference. This doesn't look anything like the outfit he had on in the chapter 6 of the book of Boba Fett, dude. Nothing.
I'm like, the more you leave it up on the screen, I'm like, this thing is, look at that. Even when you come back to that lighter picture, you really get to see all the detail. Yeah,
you're right.
Really see the dents. You see it looks like it's like, scratch, and it's missing like it chipped. It's so nice. It's so nice.
Dude, Boba Fett, like OG fan says, must get all Boba Fett's. Man, they are going to town with all of these Boba Fett's. This is a sick figure. I have my pose like this right now with my 2-pack. I'll have to go show it. Maybe I'll show it later in the show. I have a pose like this, but I have him like doing it the vintage way, where he's blasting it out of his arm and has that effect in there.
See, I can't use any of these effects, and I wish I could, but they take up so much space, and I don't just have one figure in my on my shelf, so I can't display any of that stuff. So I never use it, but I would love to, because he looks so badass with those flames coming out, or the whatever, I forget what the other thing is, like a spear, not a spear, whatever the other weapon is that he uses. I can't use any of those, because I don't have room for that. So I just
no, you don't. You got a million cases
too.
I
do the most basic, the poses that take up the least amount of space, because I have to maximize room.
Dude, here's the second figure that they teased. They teased Cosca Reeves in here. Remember, we were talking about that months ago. They teased Fennec. Remember the debate? We're not going to get a head sculpt of her or whatever it was. We got a head sculpt of her. We got a head sculpt of the Cosca Reeves from what's her name from WWE. Thank goodness. And we're going to get the Cobb Vanth one. We're going to get Timothy Oliphant. There's not a chance in hell.
I believe so. And I feel like that's why they're delaying, the announcement for the figure, because they're working on that, and they want it to be perfect. But I don't know if you remember when we were talking about, Fennec, and everybody was like, oh, I don't think we're getting head sculpt. I knew we were getting head sculpt, because there's no way that character wasn't going to get one. There's no way that Hot Toys is going to give you a figure with a helmet like that and not give you a head sculpt. And remember, Jinn, Imperial Disguise, from Rogue One, she had the same exact helmet, and they did the same thing. You got a face head sculpt, and you got the helmet. So look at that. Look at that. How are you not?
She is so hot, man. This figure is like,
you have to.
Man. Yeah, I mean, that is just so much. Yeah, I cannot wait to get this figure. And going back in time, look, there's the Spotchka. Breaking out the Spotchka, baby. I got mine right here. Let me know what table you're at. I know I got to look at the chats. Sorry. Right now I'm looking at this. You said all for El Jawa egg juice. I got to get more, baby. Yeah, I mean, she's perfect. Perfect.
Yeah,
I want to get a throne shot here, but I want to go back to that throne before I get into. Oh yeah, there we go, dude. Come on.
Yeah, that's
come on.
That's the way to display this combo right here.
Dude, how many people you think are gonna even if you keep reposing it every day or every week, you're gonna come back to this pose.
Yeah,
you're gonna come back to that pose a lot.
Yep.
I gotta do this. Look at this. Man, I know I'm missing a lot of comments. Let's go ahead and go through it. Fabio and I, Market Show, we're trying to talk about Boba Fett. Got distracted about Boba Fett. Got distracted with his right-hand girl there. Charlie the Unicorn says, oh, baby, money shot. Starkiller says they've done a great job with Fennec Shan. Awesome figure. Charlie said, I hit the like button when Aries gets worked up about Star Wars Hot Toys drops. And I spill the coffee, baby. Oh, my goodness gracious. Thick Bantha Boy is in the house. And Commander Green, the Fett gets me all bubbly. He gets them all bubbly in there. Charlie the Unicorn says, animated surprise drops Hera Syndulla? Or does that mean we're going to get Chopper? What does it mean? What does all this mean? Don't rule it all out, baby. Good head sculpt, says Punisher. I'm right with you. MB Dyson wants to know, where's Salacious Crumb? Why don't I have that clip? Why don't I have Salacious Crumb? Let me see if I can do it. That was bad. I'll stick to woo! I think I do that way better. 808 says that throne will more likely be made of resin or heavy plastic. I just hope it's heavy.
I just want the weight. Exactly. I hope whatever it is, it has some weight, so it's not like, you're trying to pose it and it's moving backward and it's sliding. That's what I don't like.
Yeah, I please don't make it like that Gog droid. Please don't make it like that. But you never know. I mean, if it looks this good though, does it really matter, Fabio? I guess if it looks this good.
No, as long as it's detailed like this, it could be made out of cardboard. It's not it's not that. It's just when you want me. I'm talking about myself. When I want to post something on a throne, on a chair, you don't want that thing. Oh, it's so light that every time you try to place the figure on it, it keeps sliding, and you got to hold it and then try to sit the figure down. That's what I don't like. But no, it's beautiful.
Man, all these Boba Fetts that are in here, moving off of Fennec. We're looking at the Boba Fett with the throne because we were looking at Boba Fett from the book of Boba Fett, and we were talking about Boba Fett, the arena suit Boba Fett. But we have to go now back to this Boba Fett that's up on pre-order, dude. Now does everybody see? This doesn't look anything like that Boba Fett.
See, you see the big difference right away. You see the knees, you see the boots, you see the actual weathering on the armor completely different. The helmet's completely, so everything, reused molds, but everything is painted differently, looks differently. That's a cool part because they're all different. And like I said, you're not going to be a Boba Fett fan and be like, well, I got this one, I don't need that one. Again, especially because of figures like the animation Boba that are going for what they're going. I think people, are just hoping that these figures will eventually, and they won't, but that eventually they would go up that high.
Yeah, and this Boba Fett is equally I have to get this Boba Fett too. I just keep spilling my coffee every time I look at Boba Fett. Jeez, Hot Toys. And they know it, dude. They know it. So I guess maybe to you, not a surprise it's selling this, but it was a little bit surprised to me. But, I've been saying they're going to come out with multiple Boba Fetts, and I thought that they were going to make, they realize there's only so many, irons in the fire, so many, but yeah. I'm sure that they're dividing these up because Boba Fett never has a problem selling out anyway, dude.
And don't forget, you're going to get season 3 Boba Fett season 4 Boba Fett. You know?
They're not going to miss out on Boba Fett
Absolutely.
when he shows up in season 3. No way.
Of course. So that's what I mean. So, you know, this is just the beginning for Boba Fett, and they've been making Boba Fett for years, Hot Toys. So, you know, it's a character, you know, and people, you could get upset, like I always say, you could get upset about the show, but the show does not determine who the character is, does not label the character what he's supposed to be. We, you know, people who've watched Star Wars from the beginning know how badass he's supposed to be. So again, this show, I don't think, you know, any fan would take the show seriously and say, oh, screw Boba Fett, he sucks now. Absolutely not.
No. And again, this is a very limited community on here. Really, they could have had the book of Hera, the book of Chopper, the book of C-3PO. As long as Grogu and Luke and the freaking Mandalorian showed up in there, that's all that really mattered. Especially freaking Grogu and the Mandalorian, because people want more of that freaking Mandalorian. Yep. Thor, hot. You got Thor, the older figure here, the 6-scale figure with the 10% off. That's going to help move that. And then you got Thor up on top of. Look at Star Wars, baby. Again, we were talking about that. And look at number 1 here, talking about Boba Fett, dude. Pulling this up. And we're going to go ahead and
oh, you're not invited.
And get into it. I'm not invited in, so I got to go to this screen for a minute so that I could go ahead and sign in. Not that any of you would take my sign-in name.
Yes, they would.
You wouldn't do that to the Dark Jedi. Let's go ahead and put this back up here on the screen.
They would steal all your points.
All my points. What am I going to do? What you going to do with the Dark Jedi and Fabio tag team Monday Night Raw on you? That's what we're doing, man. Waitlist, dude. All right, so look, we're gonna. They just came out with that Boba Fett 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, well, look at
3.5 weeks ago, and now they gave you another Boba Fett here.
That's not your typical
just
Boba Fett.
No, but it's still freaking Boba Fett,
right?
Because you were talking about the Clone Wars, Darth Vader. Oh no, they got to wait for the Darth Vaders to sell out. They don't have to do anything now that they're showing.
Well,
they can put out. No, because it's Star Wars is selling.
I would. The reason I remember saying that too. The reason why I said that was because I would think that they don't want to, compete with their own stuff. But at this point, if it's once from one show, once from one movie, once from one, it doesn't matter. They're giving you everything, and they know they're going to make the money anyway. So they're like, you know what? Let's just do it, and they've been doing it.
This is gone. We're going to talk about if it's going to come back because people want us to revisit it because they keep asking the question. But I have to show you this as we continue to go on. So let's go to 6scalecantina.com real quick. And if you don't have 6scalecantina.com bookmarked, you just may want to consider doing so. It has all the latest information in your secondary market for Hot Toys. We have the Marvel market chart under construction. It's coming along well. We already have the Star Wars market value chart. That is completed and gets worked on and updated daily. We're also working on the DC and all the other Hot Toys market charts. You get it right here at 6 Scale Cantina. So make sure you bookmark it. You also get the latest news on 6 Scale Cantina channel right here. I put a lot of work into this sucker. You see the current banner that's up there right now. Darth Vader, Hot Toys Darth Vader. You see animated Boba Fett. Why in the heck is animated Boba Fett up on this banner? Because it's a Fett market explosion. You see Wrecker in there, Kit Fisto, Darkseid Rey, Cobb Vanth, Padme, Mace Windu, Sideshow Khan emblem. We got a whole lot going on. But look at the biggest movers, bro. That's where I got to go right now because I couldn't stop it. The number one biggest mover is a figure that just came out. It is quite uncanny, and I don't know what to make of it. The Boba Fett arena suit is the biggest, giantest, greatest mover. Then right now this week. And look what's number 2. Animated Boba Fett right now. Because I think it's dragging it along. And if you thought that was high, I mean, it's heat when you look in here. And man, I mean, it's a lot of heat. But right now, that arena suit Boba Fett, dude, is absolutely killing it. Now, here's the thing. I'm gonna point out why I didn't put Boba Fett arena suit in the market value chart yet, only in the biggest movers, because I want to get more data, and we're going to talk about that. But listen, baby, dude, I brought this up when you were on last a couple days ago. Here's that auction again. Okay, $850 from some seller on July 12th. You see it right here. Pulling this up onto the screen. Absolute insanity for this figure.
And let me point out something real quick before you change the figure. This is what happens when something is limited. And these are the prices. You know, even though we're getting them here, this should have never happened. These prices should have never happened. But because it sold out so quickly, that's what happened. This is what is supposed to happen when there's an Asia-only release. This is what we have to pay because they're only released over there. So what are we going to do? We're going to be paying, $500 plus for these figures that are only there. The good thing is, we don't have to worry about going on eBay and not only have to pay super high, even higher than that, because now plus tax, because now we have places like, where people like to buy from, you got Toys Wonderland. You got places like Pop Collectibles. You got places like, Day One Collectibles, I think, or Day One, whatever they're called. So now you have companies, resellers that make these available. Yeah, you're going to be paying, you're not going to pay retail for them whatsoever because they know that that's how they make their money. They know that these figures are only released to them over there. So they're not going to charge you what they paid for these figures, which again, it's retail. We're going to pay $500 and up. So it's a shame that people had to pay for this because it sold out so fast. But because we got it here, I don't think whoever paid for this slept on the figure.
Yeah, and let me pull up another one now because now I got more data and pulling this up onto the screen. And I don't even know if this is the same seller because it's going crazy today and it's not. And look at this one from July 18th, which is today, sold for $850, gone, and a U.S. seller, gone. I mean, pulling this up today, a different seller, and I'm scratching my head on this. I haven't seen anything like this before. Very, very good seller. Over 500 feedback, almost all, like over 99% positive. Dude, again, it sells again. $850. Are you shocked?
I'm not shocked because again, whoever's paying these prices, number one, really wants it. Number two, slept on it. And this is the only choice. I mean, maybe this person doesn't know about the companies I just mentioned, so they're like, you know what, my last resort is eBay. But thank God, I'm not talking about, specifically Toys Wonderland because of, what they do to people. And it's not, a good thing at all what they do to people, how they steal their money and stuff. So I'm not, I mention them because that's one of them. But, I would hope people that know, that are very involved in the community, that understand what they do to people, with their money. You're trying to, people work very hard for their money to get it, have a company overseas steal your stuff. That's very wrong. That's very unfair. But you have the options of these companies and these resellers to be able to purchase your figures at, double the price. But you have the option. You don't have to settle for only eBay anymore.
But why did Sideshow? Let's go to Sideshow there. So I'll play the other side of this. Why did they allow 6 to be ordered at one time? Because isn't that a little bit crazy? Or was that just that they missed out on it?
See, I don't know. I don't understand why they would do that, but I don't know if this is true or not. I've been hearing that orders have been getting canceled by Sideshow if you ordered, that many. Is it true? I don't know. People have been saying it in the chat, previous shows that we've had together. Again, is it true? I have no idea. Why did they allow it? I think it was honestly a mistake because these figures are usually, as far as I know, and as long as I've been around, Toy Fair exclusive has only been, one per person. And that's what I said when this was announced. I said, guys, relax, don't panic. It's going to be one per person. All of a sudden they're like, oh, you could order 6. And I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make sense. So are they canceling orders? I don't know. But if they are, I wouldn't doubt it because, again, these are supposed to be one per person.
Look right there. AZ Figs, thanks for chiming in. And I love your avatar, baby. Orders got canceled, limit 2. Well, then that's good. Then that's really good. I'm glad that someone knew that.
It's not good, in my opinion, because if
someone bought 6 of them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you were up on the game and you were prepared to buy 6 of them, why are they canceling your order? It's not your fault that you were up on it and ready to order 6. It's not your fault that somebody was sleeping on.
No, they should have had that worked out beforehand. It was a complete mishap.
Exactly.
Sideshow's part.
Correct. So it's not fair that, for example, if I would have ordered 6, I would have been very upset that they canceled my orders, because how is that my fault that somebody didn't get it because they slept on it? That's not fair. So that's where it's wrong.
Yeah, an OG fan chiming in says that's an error in the system. It went up. Sideshow sent out the emails, and you could buy 6 and use coupons. It was like 9 to 9:15 a.m. Eastern. That's still a lot of time, though, dude. 15 minutes with a figure that people were jiving for this? Who knows? I mean, who knows how many people took advantage of that? I wouldn't buy 6. I buy 1. You don't even buy 6. You buy 2.
Well, no, it's not about. That's the thing. It's not about like I would never. I personally bought 2, but it's not about buying 6. It's whoever wants to buy 6, and that's an option to do. How is that their fault that they bought what you were allowing them to buy, and then on top of that, you cancel their order? It's not fair. It's not fair one bit.
MB Dyson says, I'll take 600 for mine. Well, there you go. Reach out to MB Dyson if you want a deal, because right now it's going for $850.
Yeah, so you have here High Time Collectibles. Error on Sideshow. Absolutely. So you're punishing the customer for your error. That's not fair. That's not fair. It looks very, very bad.
Charlie the Unicorn says, Asia only got 500 units, which caused the Chinese market to try to snatch up the figures whenever they could find it. Well, yeah, I mean, and that's another thing we're going to talk about in this show. I mean, can you imagine if Sideshow starts numbering figures, even if they're not exclusive? They numbered it like this. That's crazy. They did put it on their website. That was it. 500 units, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it's just, again, I if that's the case, it's not fair. Hot Toys, Sideshow's going to get a lot of complaints. I would complain if they would have can't believe me. I usually order 3 and up depending on what it is. There was no alternate option for me to order 3. It's the same figure, no head sculpt, no anything like that. So I didn't need 3. But you better believe if I would have ordered 3 and I would have canceled 1, I would have been very upset.
And look, there's some people there that know what they want. TK592 thinks personally not worth more than retail. I'd rather buy a different Boba for retail and spend the rest of money on something better. Well, that's a guy there that knows what he wants. And I think that's
correct.
Important.
Yeah, if that's absolutely, personally is the key word right there, because a lot of people don't feel that way at all. This thing is, you're never going to get this figure again. You may get, like we keep talking about an old white one, a prototype version, but this figure is unless again they decide to go real hard with this line and then eventually give you a DX of this, fine. But this is it for now, and if you don't like it, then you should be very happy that you're not getting it.
This is just so crazy to me. You're all watching the market show live. 90 in here. Let's smash the like button. You've got Aries, the Dark Jedi. You got Fabio from Fabio World in the house. The man with more figures than Howard Chan, you have to wonder, is in here. Biggest mover. Boba Fett arena suit. I didn't add it to the market value chart, Fabio. And do you know why I didn't add him? Because I'm happy to tell you why. But the reason I didn't add him to the market value chart, I'm not 100% convinced that this doesn't come back in stock. I'm not saying come back in stock for a couple of people that return it. They don't have the money for it. I think when they're seeing these prices, they'll find the money for it. But that happens all the time. Comes in, 5 people returned it, 10 people, 15 people in a week, 20 people put it up, boom, boom. But I'm wondering, could this come back up with a couple of more thousand? I know we talked about it the other night, but I continually get messages about it. And I'm 50-50 on it. Why? I think this is an exclusive. I think that they planned it. I think that they planned production. I think production is over. I don't think they could go in and try and put that production to get this out. But I do think that they could put it out again in 2023, like that first timeline that they had. But then again, they'd have to label it this exclusive, and that would be next year. I don't know. I'm just not entirely convinced because this is kind of crazy. But I want your thoughts.
They, again, because of the fact that it's a Toy Fair exclusive, this is it. That's it. There's no reason for them to make more. This is what they make, and it is what it is. And if you slept on it, you slept on it. Sometimes, depending on the figure, Hot Toys will reissue the figure if it makes sense to them. But again, Toy Fair exclusive, as far as I know, I've never seen a reissue of them because, again, for that line, it is what it is, and it's gone. It's gone. You'll never see that again.
But I tell you what, with 92 in here, and an insane one says Vader crushed the like button. I hope that they would in a way because I mean, this is like insane, but it is Boba Fett. Part of me is thinking, is the Sideshow rep right? Where I'm getting this information, people calling Sideshow, the reps are saying, could Sideshow really have miscalculated how many Boba Fetts to order? I mean, that's crazy. I mean, how do you miscalculate that? It's Boba Fett. Maybe they thought with all the Boba Fetts that are out there, the one that came out a few weeks ago, and the ones that they have up there, these other Boba Fetts, and Boba Fett here, and Boba Fett there, that we're only going to get a little bit. Man, they should have ordered more, baby, because they could be selling these right now.
Yeah, but I think, again, because it's Toy Fair exclusives, they already know they're limited. I think the mistake was that drop-down menu of how many do you want. I think that was a mistake of allowing the full 6 because, again, Toy Fair exclusives are 1 per person, and they always make sure of that. Unless they did this on purpose to see how many orders they could get in total after their limited number and maybe reissue. But I highly, highly doubt it.
Be Real is in the house. What is going on, my friend? Good to have you in here, a Cantina Insider. If it's actually sold out, it adds more excitement to collecting. Well, he's got a great point. Well, that eBay. People don't get this, Fabio. Sometimes, not with everything, Hot Toys likes eBay because it makes it like, oh, you like my products. They're selling very, very high. Let me give you a 2.0. They don't always. Sometimes they straight reissue, like the Yoda Attack of the Clones. But a lot of times they're like, yeah, keep that in there. Let me give you another version so we could tap into it. If there was no excitement in eBay, no one would want the Hot Toy. Oh, no one buys those fracking things. They sell for $150. Doesn't even matter. They, in a way, use eBay to their advantage, but they also know how to make money off it. But I think he's right. This adds excitement for them. Well,
so excitement to a certain extent, but don't forget that you have people, like we were talking about earlier. People complain that these figures aren't limited enough, and then when they're limited and they sell out, it's a problem.
We do.
You know what I mean? So It's either do you want them limited or do you not want them limited? Are you okay with them limited? And then if you miss out having to pay,
fine line between love and hate.
Exactly. That's where it gets tricky. Are you happy with the fact that they're very limited and a lot of people missed out? And obviously, guess what? The people who missed out are the ones complaining, oh, why didn't they make so many? So everybody will never be happy, period. It's just how it is. But again, that's not the customer's fault for Sideshow making the mistake. So if they did bought 6, they should honor their 6. How is it my fault that you messed up? But these Toy Fair exclusives have always been limited. And so, yes, it's very exciting to have limited pieces, but then you have, people who miss out on them. So
how about this? Another great comment. You guys are rolling in the chat. Keep putting in the chats in there, baby. And don't forget to smash that like button. You're watching The Dark Jedi You're watching Fabio, the man with 8 million figures. An OG fan says, Sideshow saw. This is right up the Dark Jedi's alley. Did you call the Hot Toys wizard? But Sideshow saw that the armor was sitting for a year. So they cut down the amount ordered. Listen. It's not a bad point, and a point that I've been bringing up quite a bit. That is very possible that kind of stuff could be happening. I'm not saying this is the case, OG fan, with this one because it's Boba Fett, but maybe they did. Maybe they were just like, let's see what happens. Well, they saw. Go ahead, Pat.
I don't think well, you're lagging, so I don't know when you're done. I don't see that at all. Because again, you cannot compare the armor with Boba Fett. It's not the same level of anything, Yeah, they're both Star Wars, but you're not going to tell me that Boba Fett's popularity is the same as the armor. Never. But again, you're going to see what's going to happen once she sells out. That's it. You're going to be like, oh my God, I need an armor. And then eventually, if she appears again, she was on season 2. She's going to be guaranteed on season 3. You may get another one. And it's not going to be a limited version. So if you're going to be, or if you are a fan, or if you're expecting to at some point become a fan of the armor, better pick this one up, because again, having this one that's sold out is going to increase the value of the second one.
Charlie the Unicorn says, perhaps the Arena Boba Fett containers fell off a cargo ship. Yeah, and they all spilled out.
Imagine.
Oh, can you imagine how bad, how freaking bad that would be? Elfido asks, welcome in here, Elfido. Isn't Boba Fett Arena suit shipping until next year? No, they changed it. I had people that called and they said they made an error and they actually fixed the website within like a couple of hours. It's 2022.
December 2022. But again, anybody who thought, as soon as I saw that date, I was like, this is not going to happen in 2023. And I'm going to tell you why. If you have a figure that's released already, ready to purchase, ready to be bought overseas, and people have it in hand already, there is absolutely no reason for us to have to wait a year and a half for this figure. Not happening. So as soon as I saw 2023, I was like, this is not going to happen, because they have it in Hong Kong already. So it's going to be a few months, maybe 3, 4, 5 months, but it's definitely not going to be 2023 by any means. Even if it's delayed, I don't think so.
MTX says the armor is overproduced. I think that they did. Definitely not limited. Certainly not limited like this. If this doesn't come back, that's for damn sure. I mean,
well, we don't know. How do we know? How do we know if that's true? We don't know if that's true. We don't know how many they made. That's an assumption because they haven't sold out. How do we know? There's a lot of people who didn't purchase the figure because maybe they weren't fans of the figure.
So you're saying that possibly then, Fabio, not to cut you off, but what you're saying is we don't know just how many people ordered this Boba Fett, because the word that I'm getting is they got more people that ordered this than they really anticipated. So maybe this went to plaid, baby.
Well, again, you cannot, number one, specifically on this comment, number one, we don't know how many they made. So we cannot say that it was overproduced. Number two, we don't know how many people purchased, because again, it was a first-time figure. It was a first-time character that was shown. A lot of people weren't attached to the character as they are to Boba Fett. You know what I mean? So you cannot say, oh, they were not limited. How do you know that? You don't know that. You're assuming that. Okay? Now, you compare that to a Boba Fett. Who's more popular?
Boba Fett.
Of course. So, of course, and with the hype of Boba Fett, not only from the character, but the show, because there were a lot of people who did enjoy the show, you're going to want every Boba Fett. And then you have your hardcore Boba Fett fans who want every Boba Fett. And then obviously you got people who are going to want to make money on the figure as well, who bought 6. So that's where you can't just assume, well, it's limited because, it's not sold out yet. Absolutely. That does not mean that at all. It just means that a lot of people didn't purchase the character, period.
Yeah, but I kind of go, I see what you're saying, and I agree with it, but I also agree with this, because think Bath Boy also puts in armor not as limited as it should have been. That Mando hype helped set that up. Look, I will say this: they made way too damn many of that Beskar Mandalorian Fabio. They did. I think the word was they made like 40 freaking thousand of them.
Right.
So maybe they're like, oh, let's go ahead and make this and make that because it's Mandalorian.
Correct. But that's not a Toy Fair exclusive. That's a huge difference. You're comparing a regular figure with a Toy Fair exclusive. It's not the same figure. Not only that, but again, you add first time figure, a female figure. It's not overproduced at all, and I can guarantee you that. Again, we can assume anything because at the end of the day, we don't know anything. But historically, it's never been like a Toy Fair exclusive has never been overproduced. I can tell you that right now.
Well, listen, I believe you. You just became a Cantina insider here at 6 Scale Cantina. Thank you so much for that support. So we go ahead and drop the bomb on me. Fabio, let's drop the bomb on I Believe You. And now, because the Thor movie's out, let's fill you up, I Believe You, at table 2 with the Mando, baby.
This drink, I like it.
I know, it's great, right?
Another!
And another Boba Fett. Mighty Thor coming. Goodness gracious. All right. This is also tagging along a figure that doesn't need any help. And I've been talking about how much it's been rising in the secondary market. But listen, I'm bringing this up onto the screen, baby. Okay? And I believe, dude, there's 5 days and 15 hours left.
Don't do that to me.
Look, 5 days. I know, dude. Fabio needs an animated Fett. Someone offer it up.
Yes.
Maybe he could trade you one of his or sell you one of his 3 or 4 that he got. Dude, you should have got 3 or 4 of this.
Let me tell you something. I didn't even know when it was up for pre-order. I didn't even see this. I don't know what happened. I don't know where I was. And I'm on top of everything. I have no idea what happened. But if somebody has a spare and they would like to make a trade, please message me because I need one so bad.
Listen. Look, I see this sell between, around this price. But right now, it already has 8 bids, and it's at $710 with 45 watchers, dude. Not including 25 in shipping. That's $735. Not including taxes. Look, this thing is pushing $800 with 5 days, 15 hours. Fabio, I got to ask you, is it possible that the hype of the Arena suit Boba Fett is taking these other items like this?
Of course. It'll always, because again, if you're a Boba Fett fan, you're gonna want them all. So you see something like this, and then not only that, this is a completely different rendition of a Boba Fett, right? So you have this. Now you get this Arena suit, and you're a Boba Fett fan, you're gonna want them all. And then the price of this being so high, now you know that you have a figure that's worth so much money that you're definitely not gonna want to get rid of it. So it just builds up on the momentum of Boba Fett.
I mean, look at this.
Beautiful.
Wow. Can you even imagine if they do this in Droids packaging? It's slightly different, I believe. This is from the holiday special. The Droids one has some differences. It's kind of colored the same, but different. There's no way. Listen, people are asking me before you came in, or maybe when you were in. I don't even remember at this point. You're watching the market chart show. But listen, they talk about the white prototype Boba Fett, which goes for how much money with Sideshow? $600-700 here on eBay. There's not a chance in hell they don't give you a Droids. Black Series just gave you a Droids. In the vintage collection. This figure. They're going to come out with these because of the way that they're selling, dude.
Yeah, no, and again, we talk about this all the time. This is not the end of figures like this. This is not the end of Boba Fett's. We're gonna get different looks, different styles, different colors, and they're always gonna sell. Are some gonna be worth more than others? Absolutely. The numbers for this specific, this animation Boba, is not going to be the same as a book of Boba Fett Boba. You know what I mean? These are they made way less of these than they did those. So yes, some are going to be very, very, very valuable like this one, and some are just going to be, what they are until, they sell out, and down the line they'll increase value. But these rare ones are the ones that are going to be, where the money is. If your goal is to, buy to eventually, because a lot of people, what they do is they'll open them, they'll use them, and then they see, wow, this is going $800. Let me make that money because I really rather make the money than, hold this figure. That happens all the time.
Wow. Listen, you got 90 in here. Did you take a pause and strike a pose? Use the force to click that like button, baby, because what you gonna do when Aries and Fabio go Monday Night Raw on you? What you gonna do? And man, 45 watchers. Here's a big thing, dude. 45 freaking watchers. Outstanding seller. 100% positive feedback. 460. Good pictures. Dude, 45 watchers in this freaking thing. $750 is where did this just go up while we're looking at it? Or I thought it was at 710.
Well,
now
it was 8 bids, now it's 9 bids, so yeah.
Oh my God. So there you go. I mean, that's the market average for this is what? 7 on the market value chart, like 733 or like 720 something. Right there, it's going over that average. Dude, that arena suit Boba Fett, is it possible that it could affect the other Boba Fetts in the market, like the vintage color Boba Fett in the 40th anniversary packaging, which is also trending up? I don't got any data on it now, but Fabio, you have to wonder on that one. Go, baby.
Well, if you're going to be a collector that, likes going backwards and you don't have it, just in general, period. The figure is sold out. It's already worth, a lot of money. But what happens is, now you have arena suit, you have animated. Of course, they're going to increase the value. Again, if you're going backwards, if you don't care, then, it doesn't matter. But the Boba hype is going to make the prices go up 100%.
This is absolutely insane and absolutely crazy. What I'm showing you here, everybody, is market fire. Market Fett in the secondary market absolutely exploding. Braden says, Aries, Fabio, I'm drinking off-world Jawa egg juice with Dooku. Well, then I guess we got to fill them up. Should we fill them up, Fabio? What say you?
Absolutely.
Here we go.
She can't do that. Shoot her or something.
Good to have you in here, Braden. What is going on? A Cantina Insider as well. This is just so much fun here tonight. My goodness gracious. It is absolutely crazy. I believe you goes another. Yes, and we will fill you up, my good friend, as well. William Cote goes, I just raised the bid.
Unbelievable.
Well, there you go. There you go. OG fan says, a rising tide lifts all ships. Very, very good. Aries, fresh the page. Oh, did you raise the bid and bring it down? Oh, that's funny. I'm going to refresh the page now. And maybe he took the bid off. This is hilarious. But wait a minute. I don't want to ruin my connection here. Let's see. He probably raised the bid. No, it's there. That's what he did. So it showed up. So he must have did that before. That is just so funny. Are you really going to buy that for $850? And look who's in here. Charlie the Unicorn, Aries. But they put a Boba Fett from Robot Chicken. Maybe we'll play that later. He's talking about, the unicycle with Lando Calrissian and Darth Vader. They have a thing going on there. Mandalorian Huntress is in the house. What is going on, girl? Hello there, Starkiller. OG fan when Star Wars was just Star Wars. What I think she sits at the most dangerous table in 6 scale. Cantina. Oh my God. Just for giggles, someone raised that. Okay, now you're gonna don't play with this guy. He's trying to sell it. Don't do that. No.
Just for giggles, man. Imagine you win it and then you gotta pay for it.
I mean, this is just insane. Anyway, Boba Fett just going insane here in the secondary market. But dude, I do really think that vintage color Boba Fett, that's in that 40th packaging. Neither of these figures are in that 40th packaging. Dude, if you have this and you get that Arena suit, there's going to come a time as a collector you're going to start thinking about if you don't got that vintage color Boba Fett. I always said it was going to be very, very high eventually. I don't know, dude. It's high.
No,
it's high.
And vintage, and people will get it. If they really want it, they'll find somebody who wants to get rid of it, or it's not going to be a hard figure to find because I don't think they were very, very limited anyway. But this is a different, this is a whole different ball game with this animation Boba.
You know what's really interesting, and I want to bring this up on the screen because you would think with all this stuff about Mandalorian, you would think about all this stuff, Fabio, about the Book of Boba Fett, and you would think about all this buzz about the Obi-Wan series, right? That there would be no buzz for a certain female character, which I'm going to pull up on the screen, Rey. And I have some things right now here. Rey just sold $385, regular listing, done, great seller, 72 feedback, all 100% positive, not including the $20 in shipping. So that puts her at $405, not including taxes. And again, this is a beautiful figure. You get the shipping box here. Very, very hot. And then I'm going to pull up another one for you here. You got to get ready to spill your coffee because I said she was going to go up again. And I'll pull this up here on the screen. And here is a Rey just from yesterday with 11 bids, $390. Wow. And it had like 40 something or some crazy amount of watchers on this freaking thing. New. Now, I mean, dude, you would think that maybe a character like her with all this stuff coming out, something's got to give, something's got to give. This thing rose and then got steady, rose and then got steady, rose and then got steady. And now, even right now, it's rising again.
Well, Star Wars is a very, very hot IP right now. So I think, people are gonna want to go backwards, and people are gonna, want to get these figures, especially, if they think that there's more coming. They don't want to miss out on this.
No, they absolutely don't, dude. And they didn't make very many of her. She got in stock and she sold out in like freaking 3 days, dude.
That's how long it was? I don't remember.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, 21 days. I didn't say 3 days. Did I say 3 days?
Yeah.
What kind of spotchka am I drinking? What you put in here?
Vodka.
Let me hand it to you. Here you go. Boom. And now hand it back up. There you go. Oh, that looks good. Let's do that again. Boom. Ew. Man, I tell you what. Rey is on the move, and Rey now, according to 6scalecantina.com and the Star Wars market value chart, is rising again. And you have to wonder, is it possible?
Don't be afraid of who you are.
I swear, dude. Is it possible that the dark side version of this character sells better than this? What say you?
I think so. I think so 100% because everybody likes the villains. We for many years I remember Hot Toys was only making the heroes, always the heroes, always the heroes. Very, very rare would they make a villain. They would make the Joker, even the 1989 Joker, but very, very rare. Over the years, I noticed a lot of demand for villains, and we want villains, and we want villains. Hot Toys started giving us more villains, not as much either, but more than before. And so I think now something like that, especially something like that with her, and the fact that Star Wars it's where it is right now, it would be a hot sale all day.
Well, on the way that it's selling in the secondary market, I don't see anytime soon, or maybe ever. Well, I'm going to say ever because they're going to retcon things, so I'm going to hold that back. Anytime soon that they reissue this figure, I don't care if it goes to $1,000, but I could definitely see the reuse of a 2.0 like you like to use a lot. I could absolutely see this dark side Rey. Look, it's easy money. They're in the business of making money, number one. Number two, Hot Toys is in the business of making the fans happy. Look at all this in here. Hella yeah. Female villains are very rare. Darkside Rey says Thule would be sick and would probably be hotter than the Arena Fett. That's not. It would be hot. He may be right. You never know. Charlie the Uniform, 1,000% Super Geek Toys in the house. What's going on, buddy? And I say yes. Braden says the wizard never sleeps, and he arrives exactly when he needs to. Unlike Fabio, who's always late, right? It's never late. I'm never late.
Oh.
My goodness. Insane One says, thank you for your service to all the veterans in the chat. From another veteran, I service to collect now. Thank you all for your service. Absolutely. I believe you says, who wants to trade a Arena Fett for a Chrome Clone Trooper?
Oh, good luck with that.
Charlie the Unicorn goes, good. But yeah, Rey is insane right now. At least this week anyway. Again, and I brought up the Royal Guard. And here's a very interesting thing. When you talk about Palpatine, and Palpatine, Fabio, and Qui Gon are off the charts right now, rising in the secondary market for Star Wars Hot Toys. And I know that you don't think that would necessarily get a Royal Guard. Here's one that I'm going to put up here on the screen to get to another one. And this one from my good friend Ray at Hawk Wars Toys. You see his logo right there. I'm getting my Luke 40th anniversary from Ray at Hawk Wars Toys. I'm also getting my Jango Fett from Ray at Hawk Wars Toys. I should be getting it next week, and I've gotten some great figures from Ray. Highly, highly recommend them. I also got my Stormtrooper disguise Han Solo from Ray. It's absolutely fabulous. Lots of pictures. But, dude, not even a best offer. $510 new, gone. Not even a best offer. People are buying the Royal Guard. And again, this is a great seller. Hawk Wars Toys. 1,325 feedback. I highly recommend them anyway. Dude, that's insane for this is like a trooper. It's like a soldier.
Yeah, but back when these were made, Hot Toys wasn't making the amounts that they're making now anyway. So I understand these prices 100% for these. And again, these are very basic figures. There's not much to them. You know what I mean? You get hands, you get the staff that he comes with, and then that thing he's holding, and that's it. You don't get much with these. And these are very, very limited because of during that time when Hot Toys was making this Star Wars stuff, they weren't making a lot. So look at the value it holds.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And again, $510, Hawk Wars Toys, not included the $23.90 in shipping, not including taxes, and get ready to spill more coffee. Here's one that's ongoing. As I put it up on the screen, look, it already has 6 days left. 6 days and 2 hours left. Already up at $400 with 6 bids, not including the 20 in shipping, Fabio, and 16 freaking watchers for this figure. Dude, what is up with the Royal Guard?
Look at what it comes with. Exactly, just hands in that, and look at the price. Because again, number one, when you see them in the movies, that's all they pretty much have. And number two, again, they were very, very limited. They were Hot Toys back then was not making the numbers that they're making now. So very understandable.
Wow, dude. So listen, you don't think that with the Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary packaging, because I kind of think that they might. You don't think that they'll put these out again in that pack? I actually think that they do, but you don't think that they will?
I don't think so. I think if for whatever reason, because again,
how about a 2-pack?
These are for Palpatine. You know what I mean? These are for the Emperor. So if for whatever reason they'll reissue that specific one, then maybe, and they'll believe it when I tell you they'll be 100% updated, new bodies, because these bodies are very old. These bodies were used, back then. So you'll get a new body, you'll get, updated looking helmet. So if they go that route, everything will be brand new, which would be cool, but I don't think so anytime soon.
Thule asks us, would you spill your coffee for black croissant? And I think the real question is, would I spill it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times? And I say probably all damn day when they give us that croissant. And let me tell you something, brother. They're 1,000% going to give us Chrysanthemum, the Wookiee, the bounty hunter from the book of Boba Fett. It's easy money. He's awesome. He's a bounty hunter. He was one of the best things in that whole damn series. I know it. Fabio knows it. You all know it. You're going to get that character. It's way too easy. And it's not even a human head sculpt. And if you want to say because of the hair or this and that, the New Hope Chewbacca's money, they would kill it with this thing, Fabio.
And, don't forget that if we don't get it from the Book of Boba, there's a huge chance he may appear on The Mandalorian Season 3 as well with Boba.
Oh, it probably will appear.
So not, if we don't get him from Book of Boba, we're definitely getting him for The Mandalorian, because that figure, there is no way they're not going to make that figure.
Okay, I'm bringing one up over here, and I have to play this clip. Who in the world is sitting with the pilots, with the droids, and the passengers at table 10? And I have to make sure that I play the right one and that I find it, because what I bring up on the screen over here is very particular. And here, I found it. Here we go, baby.
Oh yeah, watch this.
That's for you at table 10. Dude, explain this to me. Han Solo by himself, not even the 2-pack. Not even the 2-pack.
That's about right.
$899 sold.
Right. Yep.
But dude, this is way higher. This is just this happens sometime. Look, this is a great seller. All 100 positive feedback at 260, only 40 away from 300. Dude, I understand it's the special edition exclusive one. Okay. So it has like the special edition little, his freaking thing that you put on whatever that there on his belt. It has the extra gun, the blaster rifle. Dude. This figure is going up. I see it continually sell in the 500s and in the 600s. I haven't quite seen it sell up at this level, but this is interesting. What's your take on it?
Well, I mean, it's not an auction, right? So
listen,
right? It's just,
but a U.S. seller. I mean, sometimes you'll see this down from Asia or overseas, but not here in the U.S.
He's hoping to get that money. Is he going to get it? Maybe, maybe not. But that's what he's fishing for. He's hoping that somebody who's looking for that, wants it badly enough to buy from him, which is fine. When I sell on eBay, I have to help sell, super high because of the fees. The fees are super high now. So again, is he going to get that money? I don't know. I doubt it if they're going for less, but he's hoping and he's listing it, and he may luck out and somebody be like, oh, you know what? Forget it. I'll just buy it right now so I don't have to worry about it, and he makes that money. But I'm not shocked about that at all.
No, I mean, I've seen this happen before with these type of figures. I mean, really, it's trending around $600 is where it goes, but this is $300 more. That's like 33% more. So that's a little insane, dude.
Right,
But
exactly. Which is why I say that I don't think he'll get it. But again, if he does, God bless. You know what I mean? He was smart about putting it up that high, and hopefully somebody falls for it.
God bless Wallet Protection Services. My goodness. WP, is that Wallet Protection Services? I think 808 Michigan Jedi came up with that one. Goodness gracious. You talk about the primary market, the secondary market for this figure. This brings up a good point, though. I want to ask you this. You see this Han Solo just go for $900. I showed you Dark Side Rey. She's creeping closer and closer towards that $400 tier range where I said that she would definitely eventually go. And this brings up a very interesting topic, buddy. How high can these figures go in a couple years? If Star Wars continues to do what they're doing, you're going to have The Mandalorian Season 3 next year. Okay? You know it's going to be epic. Then they're going to have the 4th season the year after. And they're probably going to go with a spin-off from there, or some say that they're going to, the 4th season is already locked in, but they may give it a slightly different name for a specific reason that it will spin off. Where could this be? If Star Wars doesn't even have a damn movie yet, how high could a figure like that Han Solo get before they gave you a New Hope Han? What is your take?
As long as Star Wars keeps doing what they're doing, the value of these figures is going to keep increasing, especially somebody like Han. Number 2, if they decide to give you the one they keep teasing, the Bespin Han, I believe, with the jacket, what's going to happen is not only is this one going to be, increase in price, but it's going to be even more wanted, because now you're not going to only want the new one. You're going to go back. You're going to want to go back and get the old one. And people who are selling are going to say, well, you want it this bad? Here you go, pay for it. So nothing Star Wars is going to be losing money, in the future, because of, again, the Mandalorian, and that's the main show. But everything else coming, is just giving Star Wars, more popularity, more excitement, more, not only for the shows and the movies, but for collecting as well.
Yeah, and here's another one. Another one sold today. I've been showing these in here. We're going to get into Fabio and the Dark Jedi's picks for the end of Sideshow Con, San Diego Comic-Con, what we think is going to come out. Get ready. Let us know in the chat what you think is going to come out. Is it going to be Darth Vader? We have to talk about Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan series. Is it going to be Mace Windu? Because where is that wave of thrills for the Attack of the Clones? Is it going to be something we're not expecting? But I think we're going to get some heavy heat. But listen, I got to bring this up on the screen. The last one I want to show today from 6scalecantina.com, and this is actually an auction, because I've been bringing up a lot of these. No let up with these. And here's another Qui-Gon. Again, going for $355. Fabio, not including 20 in shipping. That's $375, not including taxes. $400 again for Qui-Gon. And used and displayed like this, which is, okay, I got a lot of questions. But the thing of it is, what the hell? Dude, he's going up. Yeah. And I don't think he's going to come down. He's a Jedi.
Yeah. Force Ghost got him, and I don't know how much.
A Force Ghost got him. A Force Ghost.
Right. So I don't know what he was going for before he was on the show. The last
260.
There you go. So that right there got people. I need him now, and there you go. So this is what the show does. This is what these shows do to figures and do to collectors. You see the figure come out, and it wasn't. Obviously, it wasn't even in human form. So that right there shows, what? He appeared on the show. I need the figure now. And this person could have easily, or whoever, whoever's buying this could have easily gotten it when the figure was announced. But a lot of people, I feel like, they hold off till, I have time. It won't sell out, this and that. And even if they take a long time, for some reason, they still wait until the last minute or until it's sold out to start looking for it. It blows my mind every time.
Look, I've warned people, and I said, listen, he's going to most likely show up in Deborah Chow's Obi-Wan series because of the way that they ended the movie, George Lucas did, The Revenge of the Sith, with the comments from Yoda, giving the instructions to Obi-Wan that he has homework for him, a training for him to commune with Qui-Gon. And I understand that Deborah Chow with them said, oh, no, we're not talking to Liam Neeson. Liam Neeson said he's not coming, but that usually means that he is. They're not going to tell you they're coming, Fabio, because then there's no damn surprise.
There's a spoiler right there. Exactly.
I mean, then you're not surprised. So you got to take that into consideration. And look, he was trending around retail for the longest time.
Yep.
It wasn't that the figure was doing bad. It just wasn't catching that much more action. A little bit above retail. I don't remember what he went. Where did he go for? 235, 245? I mean, the average was about 260.
And it
was right there.
And I remember when the figure was released, it didn't have that hype. It wasn't something that everybody was looking to buy. It wasn't something that, everybody was going crazy over. Obviously, you had your crazy, fans who wanted it, but it wasn't something that it was, oh my God, everybody was going after. Absolutely not. And this is what happens.
And look at right here, Mr. Frank Models has become. Is it possible that he just became a Cantina insider? And I say, yes. So listen, you dropped the bomb on me, Mr. Frank. So I'm going to drop the bomb on you, baby. Thank you so much for that support. Goodness gracious me. I am so gratified by that. And look at the insane one. It looks like we hit 100 likes, he's saying, Fabio. This is the way to 100 likes. Leave a like and subscribe to Dark Jedi, Aries Tarrington, serving up all the Hot Toys talk. But listen, don't forget to subscribe to this guy here, Fabio from Fabsfigures. You've got to see his videos when you go and turn the corner, and then turn the other corner, and turn the other corner, then take the elevator up to floor 2, and then go ahead and listen. It's a sight to see. I got the link to Fabio in the video description below. You can type in Fabio into YouTube. You should go subscribe right now. But listen, Mr. Frank again, I got to go ahead and give you another drop. Thank you for that, my friend. But again, Insane One, thank you so much. Charlie says, this is a great figure. I love this figure. I pulled it out quite a bit. Wolf Toe. Admiral Akbar for Return of the Jedi 40th anniversary. I could definitely see it. They're going to come out with an Admiral Akbar. Now that they've given you Cad Bane, the aliens are coming, Fabio.
Yep, absolutely. Eventually, we're going to get everything. We're going to get Bosk. We're going to get, Plo Koon. We're going to get everything's coming. All the aliens are coming, and that's another possibility for the next wave of thrills as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I think Jar Jar Binks, wasn't Jar Jar Binks, my friend, in Attack of the Clones? Someone correct me in there. I think Jar Jar was in Attack of the Clones. Could you imagine that if Jar Jar came with the Attack of the Clones packaging?
Epic.
Dude. And I put this up on the screen. Bounty Hunter, says Thule. Yes, I need bounty hunters. And William Cote, also just a brand new member who joined before the show even started. We got 3 new members today, Fabio. He was in Attack and Revenge. So you have to wonder, is it possible? Because we are getting to the final segment of this show. And who knows? Maybe Hot Toys will drop something here. But is it possible that Jar Jar Binks, he could be, they gave you R2D2. They didn't have to give you R2. They gave you R2D2 from Attack. Could that be they gave you C-3PO is the point. They didn't give you the golden C-3PO first from A New Hope. Right. They don't have to give you Jar Jar from the Phantom Menace. This is something we really haven't talked about. What about Jar Jar in his packaging, bro? That would blow everyone's freaking mind.
I don't know which package he would come in, but I have a feeling, same thing with Frog Lady. I feel like they're getting into those figures, like you said, now with Cad Bane. So aliens are coming. It's just how soon and which ones we're getting, first. But I feel like at some point we're going to have everything Star Wars.
Yes, and Eric says all 3 movies, right with you there, baby. And Fabs giving William Cote the clown. Is that Pennywise? Pennywise will lose. Pennywise has no chance. Pennywise needs to bow down to this man. Good. Oh, I just love it. Wade Timothy says, give us Greedo. They give us Greedo, baby. They give us Greedo. I do this. Come on. The Arena Boba Fett in front of the Carbonite Han Solo would be total fire. Yeah, that'd be pretty. That would be really, really cool.
That would look amazing.
Amazing. And Sam Short says we're definitely getting a Padme soon. Another Cantina Insider. Hot Toys can't afford to miss out on a Star Wars and Thor 2 for one. Look, we were talking about Mighty Thor. Dude, man. All right. Listen, here's what we got to talk about. And I'm going to go back up to 6scalecantina.com. And let's go with some predictions here, Fabio. We've got what is it? Another day? Is it a day or 2 left of Sideshow Con? What is it?
I don't even know. I don't even know when they're supposed to end.
Somebody
said, wasn't it the 20th or the 21st or something? I thought somebody said the last show we had.
Yeah, so I think it's either tomorrow or Wednesday. And while somebody in the chat let me know when Sideshow, Charlie the Unicorn just did, 2-3 more days until San Diego Comic-Con. So does that mean that Sideshow Con is on for another couple of days? Yeah. I see exactly where you're going here with this. I've tried to put some other comment here up on the screen. Aries, baby. Kit Fisto. Give him to me now. Let's talk about it, Fabio. Here's the banner. And let's talk about some of the figures I have up in here, which I want to bring something up here. As we talk about our predictions, if they gave us Darth Vader, that's 17 pre-orders for 2023. If they give us Kit Fisto, that's 18 pre-orders for 2023. If they give us Padme, that's 19 pre-orders for 2023. If they give us Mace, that's 20 pre-orders for 2023. If they give us one of the Bad Batch early, that's 21 pre-orders for 2023. I mean, it's not that many. So, and if they wait till the end of the year, ladies and gentlemen, you're not going to get them till 2024. And there's not a chance in hell, Fabio, and I want to bring very, very strong on this, that we're going to go in with only 16 characters for the way that Star Wars is going, less than this year, less than the year before, less than the year before that. It's not even possible.
See, I feel like these figures, again, all these figures are coming. The one thing we need to see, we needed to see were the aliens. And Cad Bane opened that door for everything. So I don't think that, getting aliens is going to be a shocking thing anymore. I think, that opens up the doors, like I said, the floodgates to aliens. And with the response that they got from the pre-orders, I could guarantee you they're going to keep going with those aliens.
Oh, for sure. And Doc is in the house. What's up, Doc Smizzle? Sideshow will be running promotions all the way through during San Diego Comic-Con. I would expect our next wave of thrills appear the 20th and the 21st. And you have to wonder, Doc Smizzle, is this what they call you?
They call him the Wizard.
90 in here, smash the like button. You're watching The Dark Jedi. You are watching Fabio. You are watching the Market Chart Show. And we are live here on What You Gonna Do when Aries and Fabio go Monday Night Raw on you. And I'm getting pretty pumped up, baby, about this because I think that Doc Smizzle is right. I think the Hot Toys Wizard has taken on the likeness of Doc Smizzle. Dude, I don't think that the second wave of the Attack of the Clones, it wouldn't shock me once we get that second wave, if they went ahead, and I'll scroll down to it because I still got it up. Look at all this heat at 6scalecantina.com, Obi-Wan, Arena Boba Fett, Purge Trooper, Purgatory, Cad, and Boba. We were just looking at that bad freaking batch. I wouldn't be shocked if they say we're going to put out, if they did this the next day, would you be shocked if they did again?
No, not at all, because we're expecting it, so it's coming.
Right, but I mean another one after they give you this wave.
Another way. Oh no,
Would it shock you?
No, absolutely not, because I know we're getting, the way, like I said, Hot Toys has never, as long as I remember at least, has never done an announcement like this. You know what I mean? Especially calling it a wave. So if they're doing it for the first time, they'll do it again and again and again. So absolutely not.
And here's the thing. And here's the reason why I personally believe you're going to get a wave 3. The reason being is Fabio has brought this up, that you got no head sculpts with the first wave. So they're going to give you head sculpts with one of these waves. And we're going to talk about what they could be. But the other thing is there's no way you're getting around from this packaging without getting a battle-damaged battle droid. Number one, that's one there. There's no way you're getting around the super battle droid. You're getting the super battle droid. That's another one that's coming right there. And you're probably going to get at least another 2 or 3 clones, Fabio, or maybe even another battle droid that's going to come right there. So I think that there's another wave where you can have just droids and clones. I'm being quite honest with you, buddy. So that's why I think there's going to be another one.
Do you remember? Because I don't remember. Was the B2 up for pre-order from the first wave? I don't think so. No, was it?
The
B2
battle droid?
Yeah. Was it up for pre-order?
They put this
because I think as far as I remember, I don't think so. So I figured
these are what came out right here.
Right. So the B2 was teased. It was one of the pictures.
Right.
So that's a possibility as well. That's got to come at some point, and that's going to be probably one of the droids included in the second wave.
Right. But somewhere another. So that's why I think you're going to get, because you're going to probably get that B2 droid. You're going to get another couple of clones. You're certainly going to get they're not going to knock. Are they not going to give you a battle damaged battle droid for this freaking Attack of the Clones? I mean, they got to do that. There's a lot of battle damage ones.
Yeah, they may, exactly. Or they may just give you, like they did with Obi-Wan, just broken pieces as a filler for accessories for whatever figures, for Mace Windu maybe.
Mr. Frank Models is putting this up on the screen over here. It says 2-pack Boba and Lando incoming this week. Listen, that's 3 figures, baby. That's 1, 2, 3.
That's a good week right there.
Oh yeah, and I believe you says, I was about to say, don't forget about the Clone Captain and the B2.
Yeah.
Look, and here's the other thing about this. You're getting that stuff, but and they already teased it, that you're going to get you're going to get this because they put this in deliberately. They knew everybody would be talking about this. Everybody and their brother, their sister, their mother, their cat, their dog. And look, you brought this up the other day. Let's go into some predictions here. I could actually see this happening with the next wave. And if they're going to come out with this wave, if Doc Swizzle's on, I kind of feel that he's right. You kind of feel the same way. We all kind of feel the same way. I think he's going to be in this wave. And I think that that's why they put him in here.
And if he's not in this wave,
he'll be in the next one.
He'll be in the next one, which is, I would think, New York Comic Con.
That's another good point, too, because it doesn't all have to come out now, does it?
Right. Correct. They may have so many figures, to announce that they might split, give you a certain amount during San Diego, give you a certain amount during New York, and then obviously whatever's left over after that.
But look at this figure right here. Talking about this figure, it looks like the robes are done, the hands are done, the pants are done, the lightsaber's done. It is Mace Windu's lightsaber hilt, if anyone doesn't know what they're looking at there. Yep. It's done. Okay? That's his belt. That his head sculpt's there. They didn't borrow that third-party one, I guarantee you. Who the heck is that guy? Anyway, dude, this figure's done. Do you believe it's done?
Absolutely. They would have never teased it if it wasn't even, on their radar. So it's done. And again, there's nothing. There's no armor. There's no plastic panels. There's no, there's nothing crazy that may delay this figure from being released. So very, very easy figure to make. So I think, same thing with Obi-Wan. There's really not much to the actual figure. That's why they have to give you plenty of accessories. So what can they give you accessories wise with Mace? That's what we got to wait for. But the figure's done.
Oh, I think that they're just going to give you with this one, to be quite honest with you. Look, we got 9D in here. You're watching Aries and Fabio on the Market Show. Monday night. Raw, baby. And listen, wow, it's only 17 minutes till midnight. I wonder if we get something tonight. You have to wonder. Look, all you need to give us here is the lightsaber and him. You don't have to give us that much. That's all I want, to be honest with you. You don't have to give us that much of this figure. Because I guarantee you're probably going to get him again in 3 years with the Revenge of the Sith. Because he was pretty epic in that show too. I think that they would use it again, but I think it's slightly different there. But dude, I think that this is coming in the wave. What about these two coming in the wave right here? And this was already teased both. Look at these two.
Yep.
Look at these two.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. Again, if not this wave, definitely the next one. But I feel like I said earlier, with Cad Bane, being thrown in the mix now, Kit Fisto is inevitable.
Dude, I dig that Kit Fisto looking sculpt.
Oh, absolutely. Really nice. Even for back then when it was teased, it looked great.
Yeah, and honestly, it wouldn't shock me if they tweaked it more now, to be completely honest with you.
It will be tweaked. There's no way that, they're just going to leave it alone again, because it's so old that, it's going to be, and don't be shocked if they change a little bit of the expression. That's a possibility. So, but he's coming, 100% he's coming. There's nothing that Hot Toys, is holding back on anymore, because everything's wide open now.
Dude, is it possible that they would absolutely turn the collecting world upside down? That Howard Chan has the power within his grasp to turn the collecting world upside freaking down. If we got Mace Windu, which they already showed that they teased, they haven't done, and they dropped 3 minutes later in a wave, Kit Fisto, another Jedi, that's 2 Jedi, and a few minutes later, they give you Padme. I think people would, they'd be choking all over stuff. And they may just not even be able to handle it as I fill up table 2 again.
Coffee
baby.
regular. Love it.
That's breast milk.
Dude. That would be an insane. That would be the wave that would beat the last wave, dude.
Yeah, no, and I actually, last wave, I don't know, but if again they saw the excitement and they saw the hype that we created for them during that first wave, and the pre-orders, I could guarantee you went nuts for them. So, in the past, I feel like they've never done that because, they haven't been making so many figures. But now, forget it. They're going to give you figure after figure after figure after figure. Again, taking advantage of the fact that Star Wars is super, super on fire right now.
Well, let's talk about that again. You got Kit Fisto up. They released Kit Fisto. That's 17 pre-orders. They released Padme. That's 18 pre-orders for 2023. They released Mace. That's 19 pre-orders for 2023. If they go ahead and they put up this IG-100 Magna Droid, there's 20, 20, whatever I'm up to, 2021. They give you the Darth Vader from the Obi-Wan series. There's 22. Look, there's still 39 for freaking, and probably over 40, depending on when these drop. These other ones that they showed over there. That's insane. And they definitely want to get more 2023. And honestly, Fabio, I think that that's part of the reason why, not the whole reason, but part of the reason why they're like, hey, let's put these out in a couple waves because we got to fill it up. And it is it, if we put it out in a wave, they're anticipating it because of the Attack of the Clones. But then we also get ahead of the game to get pre-orders for 2023. They have to get that money for next year.
Of course, and they will.
Yeah, and they will. And that's why I think this is going to happen. But, here's the other thing, though, bro. They could go a different way with this, and we could get the IG-100 Magna Droid. We could get the Super Battle Droid. We could get another of those clones, those 3 more clones. The next wave could be all clones and droids. I'm just saying it could be. Could be.
Everything from the movie is game, and anything is a possibility. But, the reason why I brought up the fact that it would be head sculpts was exactly because of the fact that we didn't get a single head sculpt, from the first wave. So there's no way that we're just going to keep getting droids and whether it's droids and things without a head sculpt, like impossible. So what head sculpts are we getting? That's the question. But are we getting head sculpts whether it's aliens or humans? 1000%.
Braden goes, Aries, Kit Fisto, Mace, Padme, all in one night. That wave will send me under, baby. It would be an explosion like this.
The garbage will do.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? Oh, goodness gracious. And again, these are figures that are from the crypt, dude. From the crypt.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Anakin. Okay. Your predictions on. So you can see Kit Fisto, Padme, and Mace in this next wave is what you're telling me, Fabio. Am I right or am I wrong?
Oh, I see, I see them all coming. I see Kit. I see Padme. I see, Padawan Anakin. I see young Obi. I see, Mace. I see them all. I see them all, whether it's this wave, the next wave, or the following. But they're all coming. Again, you have to think about why was it that Hot Toys, teased these figures so long ago?
I got to get my Dooku. Keep talking.
Go ahead. No. So why did Hot Toys, tease these figures so long ago? They had the idea of, these figures will sell if we put them out. But what happened? They didn't have, at the time, Star Wars wasn't what it is now. Again, thanks to The Mandalorian. So now they have a reason to throw everything at us because Star Wars is not going down. Star Wars just keeps getting better and better and better. If The Mandalorian wasn't what it was, we wouldn't be, going on season 3 right now. So, they see this and they're just taking advantage and striking while the iron's hot. So we're going to get, and that's why I keep saying, we're going to get everything because there's no reason for them to stop making as much money as they're making with Star Wars. They know that they're always going to make money with Marvel. They know that they're always going to be making money with DC. They know that. They know that, to a certain extent, when it comes to collecting stuff, I personally feel that Marvel and DC have always been, more in your face with the comic books, whether it was TV shows, whether it was, movies, stuff like that. Always been more popular, more in your face, more available. Star Wars has its fan base for decades, but it's not in your face like Marvel and DC. So now that it is, because of The Mandalorian, everything's game, and every movie is game, and every figure is game, and you're adding now the Clone Wars. You have all the shows that are coming, Ahsoka, Andor. All these things are going to affect the market because they have to make all these figures. They have to make all of these products for these lines. Look at what's the oh my god, what the hell was the show? The Bad Batch. The Bad Batch again. They're all of a sudden they announced that they're all coming. Why? If Star Wars wasn't at what it is or where it is now, you better believe the Bad Batch would not exist. But they know that Star Wars is super, super on fire right now, and they're going to give you everything.
Can you imagine this sucker on freaking speeder bike?
Exactly. And, you got the flaking there, too, so it's crazy.
Look, I got his little priest collar.
Yeah, that's a possibility. If they want to kill the secondary market on eBay, they'll give you a 2.0 with a speeder, and there you go. Because that's another thing. Star Wars is so crazy right now that they're not just giving you figures, they're giving you vehicles. You know what I mean? Vehicles. They don't do that for everything. So that just goes to show you how popular, Star Wars is.
Well, listen, I know that 3 of you became Cantina Insar. 4 of you, a bunch of you joined here today. And then you get to go check out my pleather. I actually treated the boots on here. I treated them on my HOD. I go through all that. I show you the product I use, what I buy, how I go ahead and do it. I've got no problem with the pleather cracking on my stuff. Happy to kind of all share that stuff. This is one of my favorite figures, dude. It's Christopher Lee. Yeah. It's freaking amazing. Look at that, man.
Beautiful figure. It reminds me, it's so good. It's a few years old, but this figure, the detail, and it reminds me of the new Wolverine. You know what I mean? The new Wolverine, the texture and the detail and how it looks, it reminds me, this one reminds me of that as well, because if you can't see the detail with the lighting you got it on, but, hands, forget it.
You can see it better right here, baby, right next to me.
You see the cheekbones, you see how the cheeks shows you like the aging, really, really beautiful.
Yeah, you can see it good right there. It's a good figure, man. I love this figure.
Yeah, very good figure.
Yeah, I had to pull that out. We're talking about, but dude, putting him out on speeder bike, dude.
Yep.
That would be freaking. I actually think that they're gonna do this.
That would be great. And again, because of the fact that they're making vehicles now, you can't put it past them not to give us this, because they know they'll make money. They know that somebody who doesn't have Dooku in their collection and really, really wants them, and then you give them a vehicle, because they'll probably give you 2 versions as usual. One like they did with Clone Wars Anakin, regular, deluxe, and then one with the vehicle like they did with the staff. So it's a possibility. If they really want to kill that market, it's a possibility.
Yeah, and listen, the way he's constantly selling over $425 every single time. Boom, 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 boom in the secondary market. And a lot of times at $500. I mean, it's just crazy. And welcome in here, dude. Weather Figs. I really hope they do a 2.0 Sith Anakin.
Where's the figs?
Where's the beef? Really hope they do a 2.0 Sith Anakin. Can't pay that resale price. Oh, listen. How many times? Look, we talked about this. When you talk about the Obi-Wan series, look, and here's the thing. They could give you 5 from the Obi-Wan series. They could give you 5 from Attack of the Clones. And then you're just at 26. They could give you an OT1. They could give you this. Could be a couple of Cobb Vamp, 27, 28. Okay, we're done. Rest of them are going to come. I mean, it's insane right now when you look at the numbers. But, dude, the dark side Anakin, we talked about this the other day. And then we'll go ahead and wrap this up in a little bit here. We're getting to the end of the close. But dark side Anakin, dude, they could kill that market. All they got to do, besides believe, come on, it's Monday Night Raw. You all know what's going on here. They come out with the Anakin from the Obi-Wan series. Hear me out with this. The Anakin from the Obi-Wan series did not have the red eyes all the time. I thought he had the red eyes in the sand. But what they could do with this is they have that Anakin, and I pulled it out. I have my dark side. They could give you the regular Anakin and say, as also see, they could give you the Anakin from the series. And then they could actually include the head sculpt with the red eyes from the dark side Anakin Fabio. And they could say, and we're including this head sculpt with the red eyes as also seen from Revenge of the Sith, because they've been doing stuff like this now.
Yeah,
that would be money for them.
They could give you a DX. A DX version kills them both right there.
And all they got to do, is give you the one head sculpt Revenge of the Sith, and they put that little tagline as also seen Revenge of the Sith, and it's an Attack of the Clones release.
Yep, and that's it.
And it kills that market. Kills it.
Yep. And obviously everything's going to be updated. You know, you're going to get an updated body. You're going to get updated clothing. You're going to get, all that stuff is going to be newer. And again, they'll probably have you, if you don't have either one, you're probably going to end up buying both, or whichever one you like best. That's the head sculpt you're going to be using. But yeah, that's an easy fix to kill that market. Yep.
And William, you're right on. I'd much rather them call it Darth Tyrannus, because that's I mean, he's Count Dooku, but he is a Sith. He's Darth Tyrannus. That's his name. You remember getting the figure with your if you got the 3 3/4 inch figures anyway, or even the 12-inch ones, back from Attack of the Clones. It was Darth Tyrannus, baby. This was Darth Tyrannus, but he's Count Dooku. I get it. But yeah, if they label it that, dude, I mean.
And they could, because that's his name, period. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is. He's Darth Tyrannus. He is a Sith Lord.
It's like you said, you made the example of, when Darkseid Anakin, it's not Anakin anymore. It's Darth Vader. So they could give us an Anakin labeled, Darkseid Anakin labeled Darth Vader. And who's going to complain about that?
And he brings up a good point, William Kotab, because here's my, this is, honestly, dude, we forget about this. It is a Sith Lord. It is Darth Tyrant. This is a Sith Lord. Putting out another Sith Lord again is not out of the realm of possibility. I mean, he really was. I mean, he was in Attack of the Clones. He was in freaking Revenge of the Sith. Just saying, he's a Sith Lord. It's not too much of a stretch with this selling between $425 to $525 that they don't put this in the packaging with a speeder.
Right. And it would be, again, that would be easy money for them. People would jump on I have it. I have the regular Count Dooku. You better believe they come out with a speeder, I'm getting a second one.
Oh, yeah. And Charlie the Unicorn says, Darth Tyrannus really lost his head. Dude, you made a funny, so you must be sitting at table 1.
What happens now is happening now.
What happened to then?
We passed then.
When?
Just now. We're at now.
Go back to then.
When?
Now.
Now?
Now.
I can't.
Why?
We missed it.
When?
Just now.
Dude, I got nothing else in me. I know there's something might drop, but I know we all got to go to work tomorrow. But, dude, this was fun.
Awesome.
I had a blast, dude.
Absolutely.
I had a freaking blast.
Absolutely. Always fun. Always fun to talk about Hot Toys, figures, things that we hope come out, things that I hope will come out. So I always have a blast.
Dude, we're back on Monday night. This was fun.
Always.
Do we get something tonight? I can't hang out and wait because I got to eat something. But
yeah, I'm starving too. But yeah, no, I mean, last time you said, "Oh, we may get something," and I was like, "I don't think so." And then boom, we got some stuff. So maybe.
Is it possible? You have to wonder. Look, people have asked me all day to fill up table 44. I'm sorry. I will right now.
Right, I'll see you shortly. There's a meteorite that hit the ground near here. I want to check it out. It won't take long.
Out of all the things that they could come out with, I would love that. Can you imagine if they decided to, with everything that we're speculating, give us this?
Right, I'll see you shortly. There's a meteorite that hit the ground near here. I want to check it out. It won't take long.
They will. They will. 100%. That's coming eventually, and you'll see.
Man, oh man, oh man. Listen, I filled you all up. Here's the last fill-ups, baby. We'll fill up again, table 10.
The garbage will do.
We'll fill up again, table 66. We'll fill up table 5. Is this what they call me?
They call him the Wizard.
And will you wake up tomorrow and do this, or will it be the next day? Fabio, I don't always buy coffee out. But when I do, I buy it from 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends. Been a lot of fun.